Alright, so, first things first.
What am I punching?
Where did the music go? There it
Oh,
goes.
I got some music. Where's the music? Where do I post music?
Well, anything you post tonight, I'm not going to be able to get into it tonight because I have to actually go download it and then upload it to Roll20 now.
This is why you need a music bot.
Music bots are overrated. Plus, then I have to actually search for stuff on the fly and know what I want. Now I
No,
can
just for like individual stuff. If someone wants you to play something.
Nah. So
Alright.
Corvon's just going to spam wrestling music all night.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
It's like anime trash.
You're sounding really judgmental
Hey,
here.
you've made a very good point.
Don't give me
All
that
right.
power.
So,
Guys are jealous.
when we last left off, quite the dramatic day that the party had. Kovan was brought back from the dead after a very sorrowful and dramatic one-on-one moment with his god, and some conniving by a certain devil.
You mean bitch?
Yes.
Need Norm.
The biggest bitch.
This was followed by everybody kind of rejoicing and seeing him back, and the recovering Rix, desperate to become stronger, and having such wonderful luck with those devious little cards that Bretta had on her, got greedy and attempted
And
to
got
draw.
sent to the Shadow Realm for it.
He drew the first card, which lowered his intelligence and convinced him to draw another card, which woefully tricked him into drawing the next two. He was granted the wish card and one single wish, but before he could do anything with it, the final card was drawn, and he was sent to the void. His body collapsing to the ground as a lifeless heap.
Yeah, he did.
They'll still warm to the touch. He's gone. Not only did that horribly depressing moment happen, shortly after, reports of survivors from the war fronts arrived, detailing that pretty much everything went the worst possible way it could go. And everybody except for Umbra, who clawed her way back, and Molly, who was already back at camp, is either dead or missing, including Elvira.
This is
Hey,
why
Becca,
Elrond become more edgy.
You said that other people arrived and said that the worst possible things could happen. Didn't the fucking giant orc show up with the fucking Drider's head?
I was getting that.
Oh, okay.
However, there was a glimmer of good news throughout the night. A massive navy carrying the Black Orcs from a realm unknown, led by the father of one of the Black Orcs you guys saw in the camp, Lotric's friend. The massive Black Orc Golar arrived with carrying a Drider head. Whether it's the one that you guys encountered or a different one is yet to be determined.
Right.
Also,
the pirates.
and
How many fucking Driders? Jesus fucking Christ. All right.
there's tons of Driders. The Drow have tons. The other good news was the presence and arrival of a pirate ship.
Yo,
Though-
yo.
Though not as numerous in numbers by any means as the Orcish army. You still have Firebeard and his cannon-ready ship at your disposal.
One pirate is worth 10 orcs.
Say that to their face.
No.
Just saying. Just saying. I know we can't access music, but this fucking music video played as soon as the fucking the pirate ship showed up.
Dude, I love Ailstorm.
Yeah.
And there was one little glimmer of life in all the death. A particular egg hatched within the beard of Firebeard.
Baby Elrod.
Baby Elrod was born, the baby Hydra. And much to Firebeard's dismay, it did not have a friendly start. The final news that the group received was in the form of Wallace's request. His emperor was sending an army of sorts, comprised of slaves that he no longer felt the need for. This upset the halfling. To round the night out, most everybody returned to their camps. Zelzira still hanging out in Elrod's, along with Elrod's parents and the wounded Edmund. Firebird was off revering with his crew. Wallace had snuck out of the camp. Not snuck out, but had left the camp. Sora was relaxing. Bretta as well.
Get over it.
Dorn was passed out in his tent, falling back asleep rather easily after being disturbed by a particular, not so sneaky Kinder, who was desperate for anybody's help in locating Rix after the accident. Kovan and Silva were resting in their tent. Kovan, of course, back, but not quite feeling himself yet. And a mournful Tanakh resting against the now lifeless body of Rix within their tent. I don't think it was ever really established what Koromon was doing. Probably drinking.
Oh, I already told you, I'm incredibly intimidated. Not intimidated. Intimidated is not the right word. I am bothered by anyone who's bigger than I am. In fact, if a 8-foot fucking tall orc showed up, I'm like, hold the fire on. Hey, fucking, yeah, nope, I'm not my table. I'm gonna go drink. Fuck that.
Arm wrestling contest, go.
Umbra, of course, snuck into Dorn's tent. On the other side of things,
If I lose a fucking arm wrestling contest to this fucking gray orc, I'm deleting Koromon and I'll go play fucking Vampire the Masquerade. I'm not doing
Not just throws himself to the ocean. Well, bye guys.
he's bigger than me, he's stronger than me, and I've lost. Goodbye.
I was knowing you, and he just fucking kills himself right there.
Anyway.
And Elrond, quite distraught and now drunk, wandered out of the camp being tailed by Aelith towards the forest to the north. It was there where we wrapped up our session. A spying weenie dog, following along as Wallace was elsewhere in the nearby woods, trailing Elrond and Aelith, who discovered pools of blood in the grass. Oh, thank you, Sturgens.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Continue.
That was so fucking loud. Because I have it turned up so it goes through. Okay.
Every month that you give Koromon +1 strength, we'll subscribe it.
Blood and tufts of red hair.
Dang, that's tempting. Blood and a just barely caught the glimpse of a tuft of red hair moving deeper into the forest. And that is where we pick up tonight, with Elrond and Aelith inspecting what they've recently found.
You don't think
Well, there's only one way to find out.
fucking bolts into the woods.
Aelith does as well.
What?
It's just the two of them.
Yeah.
Why, are you guys gonna go, like, screw behind a tree or something? Fuck.
Well, I mean,
Wallace
Kormon's
does
drunk and not thinking very...
Elves be like
Deeply
elf
on the
noises.
half
Why else would you run out in the fucking woods?
Wallace does Half Pint follow them?
Well, they scared away, so yeah.
Okay. And I assume you're gonna stay
How far
within
can
range.
you follow?
I guess it was in 20 squares.
20 squares, yeah. So 200 feet? No, sorry.
100 feet.
100 feet. You guys continue deeper into the woods, and as the night settles in, there isn't much light. You're able to kind of follow the trail. You see disturbed brush, just blood on the ground, and yet again, just off in the distance, just barely out of sight, another glimpse of the red-headed figure moving on.
Elvira, is that you? Hello?
Elvira?
And he'll keep after it.
I mean, if you're looking for someone to yell really loud and get somebody's attention, you know where to find a fucking PA system.
Can I insight as we go?
You can roll either nature for tracking it, arcane for detecting anything, or perception.
Arcana. Me anyway. Yeah.
There's a particularly strong
Do it.
essence of magic coming from the forest that wasn't there before, and it's not because you're being followed by an ethereal dog and have a bard with magical powers next to you. It seems to be lurking
Girlfriend.
farther off into the woods.
Right. Could he try, like, is this at all familiar sense to him? And again, he might not even be thinking right, so I don't think he'd make
I'd say he's too drunk to really pinpoint what it is. He's detecting it
I
enough
don't
to.
remember him drinking.
You said he was drinking. I thought he stumped. Oh,
Or
yeah.
was drinking.
He was just in a tizzy.
No, he's he's totally not thinking right.
Okay.
Then I was gonna run it that way.
He can.
I was just saying, he's upset. He wasn't drunk.
Okay. That's why you guys take your notes. He's too distraught to really pick up on what it is, but from what he's seeing and the state that he's in and who he's worrying about, he has a sense of who he thinks it might be. And he's got enough of an arcane grasp on the magic that he can follow it.
Awesome. This way, he didn't say it. This way, Aelith, come on. And he'll kind of like alter their course to follow the source of the magic.
Okay.
Alright. Before that, I'm gonna make a perception check.
Okay.
And do terribly. So I'm just gonna believe him.
Just
You
follow.
perceived nothing.
Well, what were you looking for?
Just making sure that I can see. I wanted to give a perception check to see if I can see anything strange.
You don't pick up on anything outside of what I've already described you guys as
Alright.
seeing already. Punt it. Punt it! You guys continue farther into the woods until you...
Shut up.
Somehow, half pint is in my house.
No, my half pint downstairs.
Then till you come across a small opening in the woods. In there sits a single solitary stump. And sitting upon it, with its back facing to you, is a robe-clad figure with bright red hair. There seems to be a small trail of blood going towards it as well.
What color is the robe?
Blue.
So Elrod had to follow magic. He couldn't follow the fucking trail of blood on the ground.
Nope.
He's distraught.
All right then.
I mean,
Magic is second nature to him.
It-
I don't know.
it's also
Yeah.
they're also deep in the woods with no real source of light.
Oh no, you've convinced me already. I'm surprised.
Elvira? Hello?
You still get no response.
As we get closer.
Insight.
Yeah.
Everything's totally normal.
Nothing wrong here.
All right.
Insight check. Oh,
Can I
that's awful. God.
Can I do another Arcana check?
Yes, you may.
It might still be magical.
33.
This is the source of the arcane magic that you've been following. And as you grow closer and closer, the figure that you see sitting there almost seems ethereal. Flickering. But as you approach, it seems to be talking without words being spoken, as if talking to somebody else.
Alright, we'll slowly approach and turn around to face it. Or go around it, I should say.
Aerith is as well, but more cautiously. Like a few paces back.
Half pint stays about 3 steps behind.
Okay.
Is it still within 100 feet?
Wallace is farther back and following you guys through the woods.
Ah, okay.
Fuck Korma.
There's story happening. Pay attention.
Stop posting.
As the two of you come around to the front of this figure, it stands up and looks at both of you directly. It flashes a smile and gives a brief wave before disappearing in what seems like a small cloud of sand that shimmers in the moonlight.
So, who was was it Elvira, the face?
Yes.
Sand.
And
Charlie. time for pranks!
That's Taliban in the background. I can hear her.
Ayla's just sort of sighs, disappointed.
Curiously enough, there's still sits a pool of blood right around the stump where the figure was sitting.
You should taste it. Sure, it's real.
I don't think Elrod would know what Elvira's blood tastes like.
I mean, it's probably magical though, right?
I mean-
She's a magical creature. Come on.
Lotrick might be able to help with that, but I think
Oh
he's
my
dead.
god.
Isn't she the Medusa or half Medusa or
No, that's-
three-quarters Medusa or something?
That's her muse.
Oh fuck! God damn it! I was wrong the whole time. Who's Elvira then? God damn it!
Elrod's girlfriend, she's like an invoker.
Yes. The one that he has spent half of all of his time doing the do with since they were reunited.
Yes.
I mean, do you really expect Coromon to remember every chick that comes across his lap? Gone.
There was
Come on.
the one. It was the redhead in a blue robe that he was doting over in the big bar scene where you met all of his girly friends.
Nope.
Don't remember. Okay, that's fine.
He was oiled up, baby.
He was
I mean-
wild.
But I'm sure you could ask Elvira when you see her if she remembers me, and that'll probably solve the whole problem.
Oh, you're hard to
So-
forget, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Aelith is gonna go up and inspect the blood.
I don't understand.
If this is a prank, it's a very thorough one.
The blood is real,
Also
still
very
wet
poor
to the touch.
Elrod, you're better at this magic thing than I am. Do you feel anything strange?
taste. Do I feel anything strange and/or understand what type of spell might have been used?
You do feel something is off, but you don't recognize the type of spell. You recognize enough of it to realize it's not Taliba's sand magic,
How the fuck would he know that if it's never mind.
because it's a certain essence of arcane that emanates from it.
Is that nutmeg? Is that nutmeg? No, it's not her.
The more I think of... No, I said something.
Elrod, roll an intellect check.
Sure.
I think
My boy is big brain. I want your mother one.
Illusion.
Yes.
Binding.
You
that's
rec-
a multiple of one.
That's fine.
Though distraught and horribly upset and now vastly confused, Elrod thinks back briefly for a moment to an event he encountered or was told about, and saw parts of it, in a city across the sea in a vast desert long ago. Of glimpses of the strange red-headed figure that could be seen throughout the city of Altaria. Just a glimpse.
Alex was right.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, who's Alex?
A-list old character.
Oh, really?
I've
Yeah,
seen
my previous character died trying to prove that Elvira was leading them on.
this. Now Elrod's fucking.
Wow.
Well played.
I think I have seen this before.
Illusion. What are you hiding?
In Altaria, in the temple on our way to find Taliba. An illusion of Elvira, or someone who looked very much like her, I'm not sure, was in the temple. Much in the same way.
But that doesn't explain the blood.
No, that really doesn't.
No matter how talented an illusionist you are, you can't make a falsehood leave real blood.
Ms. Lee, do I see anything yet?
You just see the two of them talking. And it's got some blood on her fingers. They seem to be discussing something. And what you saw through Half Pint's eyes was this red-headed figure that looked a lot like the one that Elrod spent time with. Just kind of get up, smile, wave, and vanish before their eyes. But they seem to have found blood in the spot.
Am I close enough to walk out?
Yeah.
Then I will walk out.
Alright. You guys, as you're discussing, you kind of catch a glimpse of Wallace coming out into the opening as well.
What the hell are you two doing?
To be
Well.
honest, I'm not entirely sure at this point.
Oh, you know, yes. We were originally on a walk for, you already know,
Walk.
but then we
Doing
saw,
air quotes right now. A walk.
and I know you saw, he jolts a finger at Half Pint.
Well, you can't let me not take my eyes off of you since you brought a freaking drow back.
Huh. Well,
What does Wallace have like a crush on Elrond now? Is that what's happening?
shouldn't your eyes be on her if you're so worried about it then, and not me?
Yeah.
No,
No, I think he said it very clearly.
I couldn't hear you over Gorman.
As is tradition.
What'd you say, Wallace?
I'm trying to figure out what your plan is.
About Elvira?
I don't care about your girlfriend. I'm more worried about everything else going on in camp. Why do we have a drow? What are we going to do? And I got fucking slaves.
You've got
What?
slaves?
Pardon?
That's our fucking help. Slaves.
Right. Well, I'm not exactly the one calling the shots in terms of the army and all the fighting and movements. That's Valtrius's position. I'm not the Ranger General. But, as for us, I suppose we're going to see what he thinks is best. I can't really make a decision without counseling him first. I don't really know what you want me to say. It's been a bit of an emotional evening.
Yes, I know you're going through a hard time. But you don't know she's dead yet.
Aelith has like a moment, like her eyes just light up. Wallace,
What?
Wait,
I'm
wait.
telling them a good thing.
no. You the sand orb thing that you did before.
Yes.
How does that work?
Just use it through magic. You have to feel the person you're missing. We have to make the sand to glass. And then sand swirls inside.
Elrod seems to catch on to what Aelith is implying, but lets her continue talking.
So, I'm sorry. I'm not an expert on magic. It just sort of comes to me naturally. So you put your magic into the sand, and then you throw it in the air, and it explodes, and then it creates an illusion of someone that you lost. Yes?
Correct.
Is it possible that this image that we chased, the one that we all saw break down into sand, is in some way connected to this ritual of yours?
And you lost Elrod. And you lost Elrod.
What?
Wallace, roll a arcane check, because you saw this through Half Pint's eyes.
That's so weird.
It was more of a spiritual ritual. I mean, I thought you were going to say, does it only work on them if they're dead? Because if it doesn't, if the
Oh wait, that
spirit,
wasn't supposed to be fun.
if the spirits appear in the sand because they're not dead, that means they're alive, and we could try to do it on someone who's alive, and we could figure out if she's alive.
So,
Nice.
Wallace,
Elrod's connecting the dots.
you can confirm through what you saw that it is not related to the same magics that you use. But with Elrod's words there, you can confirm for him that he is correct in that line of thinking.
You're correct. What are you wanting me to do?
Can I try one of those orbs to see if Elvira's alive or not? Because if she's alive, I just need something. Some sort of proof. I'm
So,
sorry. I'm
You want
analytical.
to use one of my rituals. It's very dearing to me to see if your friend's alive.
Well, if she's dead, then I'd like to give her a proper send-off.
Whatever.
Well, whatever.
It's very important to me, but whatever.
The king pissed me off anyways. But if you really want to try it, go talk to your mom.
Go talk to your mom.
Your Elrod's mother does have one of the orbs.
Was he there for that? Well, I thought Wallace gave it to her when everyone was leaving.
He did.
He gave it to her, all right.
I'll ask my mother about it then. What have you been talking about with my mother?
I gave your mother one because I thought your dad was already dead.
Oh,
Something along that line. It was a long thing. I don't even know. I was pissed off.
understood. Understandably so. Well, yes, I'll get to that in the morning.
And if you must know why my wiener dog was following you, we already have a dumbass elf is dead. We almost lost. We almost lost another one, and the two of you just walk into the damn woods.
Because he failed all his checks to know that the wiener dog was following him around all day,
We appreciate your concern.
he completely believes you. Oh, you do care. and well,
Halfway, yes.
well, not halfway. I kind of didn't expect to see you again after what you pulled on the coast. Thank you for that, by the way. I never thought my father and mother would smile at each other. Anyway,
On that note, Elrod, your family is the best. They're so cool.
excuse me? He seemed... what?
Yes.
Oh, really? How
Yes.
so? the part of my father punching me in the face when he first woke up?
He's so
Yeah.
tough.
Your
He's so
dad does think
masculine.
you're- Your dad does think you're pretty much a bitch.
I don't quite know how to react. Let's just start walking. I don't quite know how to react to that. He,
Let me put it like this. You got the best parts of both of your parents.
thanks. Oh, God.
All right. So at this point, you guys kind of wrap up your conversation. It is getting very late. Everybody's worn out from the events of the previous day, and you guys are going to head your way back. From there, while you guys are walking back, we're going to jump back into the encampment.
Yeah!
It's still that night, right?
Yes, still that night.
Okay.
Kovan, are you already asleep?
Yeah, I assumed after the
Okay.
one I passed out.
Yeah.
Death penalty.
Uh,
Not
Yep.
that was his name now.
speaking of which, all your notes are in the.
Yeah, oh, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, the minus and the I saw.
Yeah. Bretta, what are you doing?
I'm asleep also because I didn't know what to do, so it was like
Just pass
everything
out.
just coming to just pass out.
I
Not
disagree.
watching over the body of the person you sent to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, she's clearly drinking. Got a drinking problem.
Cormon, as midnight rolls around, what are you up to?
Oh, I'm muted. That's fine.
Where's Kovan?
Kovan-
I'm celebrating. Wait, no, he's sleeping.
Right over here.
Or-
Look,
I'm-
in my tent. Go sleep.
You're
Right on.
asleep. You're
I
passed
remember
the fuck
Wallace
out.
inviting Bretta into his tent.
Where is the tent with the most lively crowd of people and alcoholic beverages?
Oh, it's
Probably Elrod's parents.
Yeah!
it is midnight, but as you're wandering through the camp,
Is Elzira still naked?
no, she
No.
has a robe on. But the music that you hear playing right now is coming from Elrod's tent. Except it's more like all string and not a bunch of bells and whistles and stuff.
All right, so here's the deal. Koromon thinks there's a party. There's clearly not a party, but Koromon is bringing the party to Elrond. God damn.
Elrod's not back yet. Neither is
He's on
Aelith.
his way.
Oh wait, that's right. He's fucked up. Okay.
He's on his way.
He doesn't know that.
I'm sure that Koromon's loud boasting and drinking and partying and telling of stories and recanting the fact of how he saved Kovan single-handedly from death and brought him back to life
Correct him from
yeah,
the other
has
world.
brought all of the people involved, including Breda, who thinks that she's sad and she's clearly has a drinking problem now.
Just to ride on Koromon's shoulders to get feel better.
That's later. That's after. That's
Sorry.
soon. That's soon. Coming.
That's how I remember
We're
it.
gonna
Now.
work that out.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
Dorn.
Cormon is definitely drinking, partying, and slamming his giant forearms, his fucking longshoreman forearms, down on whatever flat surfaces can accompany them.
Okay.
Making lots and lots of noise. In fact, that is how Aelith and Elrod were able to hear Koromon's lovely voice. As far away as they were, it was because he's that. It's science, okay?
So Cormon,
Sorry.
as you're going through the camp, bolstering, trying to celebrate the fact that you guys brought somebody back from the dead,
I'm
despite
not
the
trying
loss, despite the loss of Rix, which I don't think Cormon has quite put two and two together
he
yet on
no
that one.
idea. He thinks Rix is sleeping.
Okay.
He has no.
You wander around towards Elrod's tent, and sitting outside of it on one of the little chairs that is there is Zelzira in a robe, the black robe, but she's strumming a little lute, playing this lovely little song. Her pink hair pulled back and tied up into a bun as she just kind of relaxes. She is, of course, a very nocturnal person.
Hey, baby.
Ah, hello.
Well, no, I mean, clearly I haven't been saying, hey, baby. I've been fucking saying,
Johnny Bravo.
did you save me with the fucking Kovan lifted up over my head and he was dead, and then he wasn't dead, and it was my lifting and the fucking power that is in my deltoids that brought him back to life. It was magnificent, and then he drank. Hey, you over there, have I told you the story of how I saved Kovan from death?
No, you haven't. I didn't even get to see the ritual because I was forced away.
You forced away.
Your wizard didn't want me there.
Even if you didn't see it, you probably heard about it.
Jordan and I were thinking the exact same thing. Yeah.
I have now. So it's all because of you, isn't it? And she just smiles.
Well, yeah. News at 11. I'm sure everyone else will tell you more about it in greater detail. Because I mean, I'm not the magical type. As you can see, I don't need that silly magic. I got magic stored in right over here, this right bicep, and right over there on the left bicep. That's all the magic I need. The gods seem fit to raise my giant flexing latissimus dorsi and brought little buddy back to life, as well you should. Time I put anybody else. But anyway, yeah, let's drink. We got some drinking to do and some celebrating and some
Very
Bible
well.
delivery and some fun times. Happy fun times.
That drink sounds nice. And she stands up and she just lets go of her. She just lets go of her lute, and it just continues to play.
Yeah, fuck that. Whoa, what the fuck?
How long till Elrod and Aelith get back?
They're not far out. Inside the tent, Edmund is passed out because he's had a horrible 24 hours, and Nefel just seems to be sitting in there reading, and she actually kind of looks out the tent a little bit when Coromon comes by and just gives him this look.
Yeah, I wasn't here when you tried to have Koromon have sex with Elrod's mom, but can we replay that real
Let
quick?
me just emphasize, she's like a 20 out of 10, like, elven goddess, like, stereotype. Putting her head out to look at you, Coromon.
Do we have a score that we could give fucking Koromon? I mean, literally.
No, Coromon's a 20 out of 10 too, but I'm just saying that's basically
deity.
putting it in a way that Coromon can understand. That's why I'm explaining it that way.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh,
I
you're
apologize to wording like a caveman, but I had to think like Coromon.
you're the one
Well, makes perfect sense.
causing all that ruckus, are you?
I'm confused by this word ruckus.
Noise.
You mean, yeah. There's only one way to be, and it's called loud. Loud and proud and in charge. Having a good time. That's what we're doing here.
The injured are sleeping to rest, and one is mourning the dead, and you're out partying. May I ask
No,
why?
he's not dead. I brought him back to life. You saw. Come on.
Not that one.
I'm confused.
I'm sure you are, dear. Then she just kind of goes back in the tent.
Maybe you're confused.
That's my mom.
Zelzira's gonna walk up to Cormon, just kind of run her fingers along his bicep. Pay her no mind. Come on. And then she's walking off. The lute is following her, and she's headed off towards a different part of the camp. It's about time for
I
my.
asked a question about that weird floating guitar, but yeah, I think we need to have another drink.
I think a drink will complement the nightly ritual quite well.
God, I might have to cockblock Coromon to keep our prisoner intact.
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
Well, he'll try.
It casts magic on my cock, though. That's all I'm trying to say. That would be a fair fight.
All of a sudden, he gets replaced with half pint.
You guys make your way over to a small section of the camp that has just a small cluster of trees. It's not much. And the lute continues playing as Zelzira pauses for a moment to glance up towards the moon. And then she just sheds the robe.
Hi-oh!
She chuckles to herself as the lute follows her around, and she just starts performing this very elegant dance. And as she's doing so, light on her toes, twirling, her hair falls out of its bun. She
Yeah,
spins.
Coromon is confused, but in no way shameful. He drops all of his clothes as well. Start making it shameful.
She spins by him at
it's
one
only
point.
half of his body is clothed anyway, so he's like, well, all right, let's fucking do this.
She spins by him at one point and plucks his drink out of his hand and takes a drink and continues on her way. And as she notices Coromon's new state of dress, she asks him, "Ah, you're familiar with the rituals of my goddess? I see."
Oh my fucking god.
What? Ruh-roh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, your goddess ritual. Sure, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, or call it what you want to call it. I don't give a fuck. Let's do it. All right.
So you
Turn it down.
you wish to partake, and then I forgot the name of it. The Dance of the Moon.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, honey. That's fine.
Oh my fucking god, I hate this so much.
I've heard it called a million different things in a million different languages. Let's fucking let's get this dance fucking going. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so she leads you more into this. It's not much. I mean, it's just what little trees that orcs left in the camp.
Coromon is gonna fucking die, isn't he? He's gonna get sacrificed to some fucking evil spider god.
Are
He
they
has
at,
no idea what's coming, huh?
are they at a place where we'd pass them?
No, they're
Walk
off.
in on them
They're
dancing?
off towards the southwestern corner.
I wanted to walk in on them dancing.
God damn it.
No, I mean, just give it some time, man. He'll come dance naked right into your tent later on. He'll be fine, fantastic.
Do it.
Do it.
They're probably gonna, if they don't hear it, they're probably gonna go looking once they find that Zelzira's not there.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna come in and be like, "Hey, check it out! She taught me some fucking dance moves, man. Let's check."
He does a whirlwind.
Whee!
Fucking rips his pants off.
They're long gone.
Oh god.
Wallace hides them.
She continues to dance, and she kind of grabs Cormon by hand and guides him around. She says, "So we shall perform the flame song." And as she does so, she produces just out of thin air. She closes one of her hands and reproduces a candle that starts to float, lit up. And in this little enclave, all the rest of the light around you seems to darken, and leaving only the light of this candle. She continues her little dance, passing the drink back and forth with you as she goes. This is a
crazy lady. I've played with some weird whack traditions before in the past. Get this fucking party started. All right.
Oh my fucking god.
now.
Coromons exploring.
Show you a thing or two. Let's do this.
I'm not sure if this is the best or the worst.
I feel exactly the same.
So, since you're showing so much interest in my dance and the dance of my goddess, I believe you should follow the same steps as the priests of our temples. And with that, she's gonna touch you on the forehead. I want you to roll. I want you to tell me your will defense.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Hey, I don't like Dorn laughing. That's not fucking cool. All right.
Dorn probably knows what's coming because me and him have discussed this goddess.
She's
This is
good.
bullshit. Where's my?
She's good. She's fine.
I don't see Will.
She's just
roll
naked.
something?
Will defense. I got it. I can press a
Yeah,
button.
it's by your AC. If you look in your defense.
No, I see it now.
Yeah.
It's when I can't edit it. So.
No, you don't need to edit it.
Oh, okay. It's 26.
Holy shit, you have the same will defense as me.
Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm
Everyone mine was
amazed
worse
you
than
have.
mine.
He's very charismatic.
Yeah, I am very charismatic. Kidding me? Look at these fucking pecs.
He's fucking packed.
Well, when my command here works, so okay.
Of course, yours was worse than Alex's. Alex was all in on mental stats.
So
Fair.
your defense is
Don't laugh like
26. She rolled a 27.
Oh god.
Cormon, as she presses her fingers to your forehead, you feel this small jolt run through your body.
Yeah, that's right, I do.
And then you feel things changing.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Your body shrinks just slightly.
No. No, refuse.
And while you
Nope.
while you keep your physique,
No.
you take on a more feminine form.
Hang on, nope. Hold off. Do not.
From the worst to
Incorrect. False.
That's not how athletics works!
Yep, that's how it works. I flex right the fuck out of that bullshit. If anyone can, Corman can. Fuck that noise.
Cormon is attempting to flex his way out of this spell.
Nope. Does not want not.
And as she pulls away and you go to flex and show off, you notice your arms are a little smaller, your body a little more thin, and she's just giggling as she dances off in a different direction.
I mean, is my voice the same?
Yes? It's got a little more feminine appeal to it, but yes, it's for the most part the same.
I look
Turn
at my
it into a
arms.
woman!
I look at my arms. Immediately
Look
reach
down.
up for the beard. Is the beard still there?
No.
What the? What? What? Wait, hang on. Looking around. Look at the tricep.
Cormon, your pecs!
Look at that.
Cormon, you...
Oh my god!
There you go.
I mean,
I just fucking fell to the ground laughing for that whole thing.
Why are my pecs round?
yeah. That's,
Relax.
Excuse me, old lady. Nice lady.
Yes.
Not that I'm complaining or anything. Not gonna lie, dream come true and all, but, where's my schlong? I'm gonna need that one back a little bit. I gotta, not sure I'm comfortable with,
So, I'm going to share this as out-of-character knowledge just for everybody, because I know Dorn is laughing for this reason right here.
Can we please not share the demasculization of Koromon in front of everybody as out-of-character knowledge to everyone?
She told him it's the flame song, but she's performing the change dance on him.
You fucking
Everyday
trapped
life.
me! Mystic, you fucking trapped me, didn't you?
You trapped
No.
yourself.
You played
You
yourself.
motherfucker!
You played yourself.
She
Yeah, I had some
continues
help.
dancing, and she looks at him and says, "Just dance. It'll wear off when the candle goes out."
Put that fucking candle out, let's get this fucking party started!
Do you dance with her?
How drunk am I?
Roll Constitution. Or, sorry.
It has
Endurance.
disadvantage. Oh, I'm fine with
Oh
this.
my god.
Yep. I am
You-
just drunk enough to be like, oh, alright.
Because of how much you've said he's been drinking, yes, he is like, oh, okay, well, if the dancing will make it go away.
Sometimes you gotta party on the wild side.
So the dance
Koromon's
continues,
bought in. He's convinced.
and as
Or the female
this is going on, Aelith, Elrod, and Wallace, you return to the camp, and you hear
That is
that
the first time a low roll has saved my fucking life.
you return to the camp, and you hear this song playing off in the distance, coming from the
I
southern
recognize
portion of
it.
the camp.
As one of Zelzero's, because I've heard a ritual.
It sounds like a lute.
I would definitely recognize it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so Elrod's been down this fucking dance too, huh? Alright.
Not this one. That's interesting. You don't think Elrod's
Don't
gonna
get
actually...
smart. You have to roll for fucking.
I'm
don't
not...
think.
You didn't let me
You have to
finish!
roll for insight there, buddy.
You didn't let me finish!
As a bard, I'm going to assert knowledge of this.
Well, they hear the music. It's what they
Elrod's
choose to
gonna-
do with it.
Yeah.
Elrod's
Magic,
looking around.
play fucking
He's gonna see
magic
that-
loot.
He's gonna see no one's outside the tent. He knows Zelzero plays a lute. He's gonna go into the tent. Is his mother awake still?
Yes.
He's gonna see Zelzero's not in the tent.
Yeah, we're probably.
Mother. Where's the prisoner?
She's with the dumb one.
The
Oh,
tall
God.
dumb one or the short
I
dumb
mean, I could give you 15 other fucking adjectives to describe him than the dumb one.
The tall dumb one or the short dumb one?
The one who claims he flexed your friend back to life.
I see.
Oh
Oh,
god.
there's only one of those.
Oh goodness, we need her to be. Oh no. Alright, we'll be back.
Well, I hope our trust is well placed. If not, she's long gone, and he's probably on the floor.
Wow.
I'm more worried
It's
about
like,
her.
this is gonna be fun.
Have you seen the height of that man?
You guys.
Imagine the
Oh,
children
oh,
we'd have.
Kovo. Oh, Koromon's not that much to worry about.
So,
That's not what I mean, Aelith.
Maybe I should send Half-Pint
Los.
ahead to check it out.
No, we'll just go. I need to make sure. I need to see myself. I don't
Sure,
have time to
do
wait.
you want to walk into that?
What? No,
Koromon alone with a woman. Yeah, that's gonna go well. Alright, let's go check it out. This should be fun.
I mean, there's music.
Yes, there's music playing. They're not doing that yet.
so you guys begin to make your way across the camp. Koromon, as you continue to dance drunkenly with the drow, you notice that the candle begins to flicker and finally go out. And in an instant, you feel your body revert back to its normal form. There's one different thing. You feel and you have the slight glow across your body. Almost like it's covered in moonlight, and so does Zelzira.
What?
Reverse Wonder Woman.
You've
Greta.
and you've
Some crazy glow?
completed the ritual. Well done.
What I do?
You've performed the flame song. It is customary for the males of our people to perform the change dance when they perform a ritual for our goddess, because they are still frowned upon by most of the females in our society. So it is a way to show that they are dedicated to their cause.
I'm sure I'm still frowned upon after all what I did to all your dark sisters.
Well, those are the bad ones. Don't worry about them.
Sure, call what you call it.
So when you guys finally arrive, you see Koromon just glowing in moonlight and having a conversation with Zelzira where he looks rather confused and drunk.
And naked.
And
Don't
naked.
forget naked.
Just on
Thank
full
goodness we got
display.
here before anything happens.
Let's not forget, stark naked as a jaybird.
And to emphasize your change back, she gives a good tug on your beard.
She
not
does,
like
or I do?
She
Wait,
does.
which beard?
The
Beard
one on your
number one or beard number two?
the one on your chin.
Oh god.
Koromon?
Crossing in between of all of the potential scenes I expected to see here.
Koromon, you can't run off the prisoner. Also, why are you two glowing? Also,
Also,
What?
why are you two glowing?
why are you naked, Koromon? I'm used to her, not you.
We were performing
Like I
a
said.
ritual.
It's not that hard to imagine. My armor covers less than half of me.
He makes a valid point.
You did a ritual.
Would I
Listen.
know about that aspect of drow culture?
No.
I don't
And
know all
Nope.
the details
Ellis-
of every culture out there.
Ellis-
Like maybe Kovan, or maybe the fucking Elrod, or like Dorn likes to pretend that he knows. But when I get told, hey, there's a naked party out in the field, and got some fucking crazy magic loot that plays itself, and some drinking, and some
Wait,
festivities,
wait.
I'm not gonna say no.
It's only at this moment that Aelith realizes that the loot is playing itself. She's gonna gasp and she's going to just run up to it. How do you do this?
Yeah, go learn that.
Magic?
Way to go, Koromon. Way to
You
go.
need to show me this.
I'll be happy to, if I'm freed at some point.
Elrod?
I can.
What?
Aelith looks to Elrod fleetingly.
Oh, don't give me that face.
Alright.
Elrod, I need to know this.
Or,
Zelzira.
Zilzira holds up her
Zilzira.
hand again. Or, if Elrod will simply perform the same ritual that Koromon did.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
Do I have to get naked?
Alright.
Yes.
Aelith continues to look pleadingly at Elrod.
I'm
could-
gonna need some sort of charisma attack
We
against
could-
my will
Okay.
defense.
Alright, I can do this.
All three of you could join me. Cormon, you're free to go. I will. You'll see what the point of this all is come morning.
Yeah,
Oh,
Elrod,
I don't.
oh,
I'm giving you the role.
oh, this is a fresh party too. I can unleash the meme. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, this is a fresh party.
Is Aelith convincing enough?
What is your?
Yes, my will
Roll-
defense is 28.
Actually, wait, no, that's supposed to be a 40. It didn't add it didn't add the bonus.
They beat a 28. Fine. Zilzira, you would have, whatever. You could have taught her. I don't care. You're basically just a
Aelith-
prisoner in name.
Aelith squeezes excitedly and like runs up to hug Elrod. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Goodness. He'll kind of like hug you back awkwardly and just pat you on the head like, okay, great. What
You
am
guys
I-
aren't up over here anymore.
No.
Count,
No, they're down with y'all.
Y'all can count me out because I don't trust her as it is. So
It's understandable. You can go back. No offense, Zilzira.
Wait, Molly's
What?
there too?
No, it just grabbed her too.
Molly
would
was
like
here and
to
her and
walk.
Elrod was getting naked. This might get awkward.
I would like to watch, and I think it'd be awesome for
You would like to
everyone.
watch.
Oh my god.
Whoa,
Maybe,
Wallace.
maybe your parents should come watch it. Elrod.
Yes. Yes.
That's an
Elrod,
awkward. That's an
ask your
awkward-
mom to come over.
That's a weird suggestion for someone who doesn't have meta knowledge of the joke. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, you do need the orb, right? Maybe she can help you.
You hear Zilzira sigh, and her lute just kind of stops playing.
I don't think my mother would want anything to do with the drow ritual. Let's leave her out of this. She
Would
doesn't
you
need
want
to know.
something to do with a Koromon ritual?
You can go talk to her if you want. Please put pets on to do so.
And you see, as while you guys are talking, she takes a moment to glance up. Her lute having stopped played. The moon above is literally barely past the midnight mark.
I'll be entirely honest with you, Elrod. I don't know where my pants are.
They're at your feet.
No, we've been dancing, okay? There's. Come on.
Okay,
Use
they're
your imagination.
right over there by your.
I'm not putting my clothes on. I'm sorry. Not gonna do it. Not until Elrod fucking outdances me naked.
Uh,
Oh my god.
How do I roll a challenge? Challenge. Where's the challenge?
He's already been convinced to do the ritual. He's not.
I
He's
feel like the mention of the moon passing means that the ritual is no longer possible.
Does the moon set at midnight?
no,
No.
the moon is past midnight,
Yeah.
and you guys keep talking, so she hasn't said anything.
What do I need to do, Zilzira?
Wait until tomorrow. It is past midnight. We will have to try again tomorrow.
Excellent.
I have to get started with my day. My night, I guess, would be the proper term.
Right. Please
Is there
don't-
anything I can help you with?
You should.
You can't go
rest.
anywhere. What day are you starting?
You should probably rest, Aelith.
Aelith looks kind of defeated.
I'm not going anywhere, but I can work on a scroll of sorts so that Aelith can learn the spell she wants to learn.
Yeah, spell. Elrod, take her ass back to the tent. Come on, Cormon. Let's go.
What? I'm confused. Normally, when there's drunken naked rituals, I don't usually go back to my tent. I'm just saying.
Cormon,
You know,
were you
out of
expecting?
historical accuracy here.
Were you expecting something more carnal from this?
Tonight, my friend, you
Yes.
were the booty call.
No, Coromon, that's not how the ritual works.
Wait.
She's going to make love to you.
Hang on.
He pinches his nose. No.
Wait,
I was used. Hey, this is NC-17, man. Get the babysit out of the fucking out of here.
Elrod straight up puts his
Correct,
hand
it's
over
blue.
Aelith's ears. She's not going to make love to you. This was a dance ritual.
Elrod, I can still hear everything.
I tried.
That doesn't actually work.
Yeah, I can hear words coming out of your mouth, but I
I'm
don't.
not trying to.
Single thing to say.
And as you guys are arguing and all this, Zilzira just walks off.
She's still naked.
Her
I-
lute falling behind her.
Perception check to
Does she
notice.
put the robe back
Yeah,
on?
you can roll perception. No, she didn't put the robe back on.
See, naked.
That is significantly better than my last perception.
You're,
Push
s-
the button.
you're so obsessed with the floating, playing lute that you watch as it floats along behind her.
So
Right.
Aelith is just gonna leave without saying anything while Elrod and Koromon are talking.
Actually, no. You pull away from Elrod, and he'll notice you guys leaving, and then he'll grab the rope off the ground and start following you.
Wait, everyone's leaving? I'm just gonna walk back to camp completely naked then. I don't care.
That's fine.
Clothes under my arm. Fuck it. I'm not. No, sorry. No, I'm not giving in.
Wallace pulls out a bow on. Come on, big man. Let's go talk about it.
Everyone else is jealous this time.
So as you guys go off to your various parts of camp, we're gonna go over to Dorn.
Dreaming about Koromon.
Shit is that?
Dorn, in your sleep, you have a rather unrestful hour or so as you find yourself in a dream of sorts. In this dream, you are standing on the cliff that overlooks the sea of Cliffsdale. You can see the harbor down below, and you watch as hordes of creatures from another realm, creatures of aberrant nature, come crawling out of the sea, grabbing the people of your city and dragging them back down into the depths below. These strange creatures are octopus-like with squid-like tentacles, regular arms, beady black eyes. And as they do this, they drag them down one by one, and you're watching the various people of your city be killed right before your very eyes. How do you react?
You said I know. You said that I know that I'm dreaming.
You don't know you're dreaming. I was emphasizing you. This is a dream you're in, but you don't know that you're dreaming.
Oh, okay. I rush down
It's-
towards the coast.
It's more like, yeah, okay. You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Okay. You rush. You make your way down, bypassing the elevator system completely, using your own magic to just make your way down with your various wind spells and rituals. And as you land, you see swarms of these creatures come rushing up to you. They all come lashing out at you. Dark magic emanating from their hands. And you respond immediately with fire. Boom to the left, boom to the right, and a third one straight down the middle at the one closest to you. And they repel, briefly. They only stagger slightly before coming at you again.
Well, I guess we need to empower that shit and put out more flames.
So you do it again, and this time you add a little extra oomph to your magic, and you blast them away again. And again, they just they stumble slightly, and come rushing at you yet again. Off to the side, as you're preparing another spell, you watch as another one goes rushing towards a small child, screaming, "Help me, Mommy," as the mother is trying to flee up the stairs, and this creature that seems to be almost like a mind flayer of some sort grabs this kid and just latches its facial tentacles right over the kid's skull.
Do I react?
That's
Or
up
do
to
I
you.
get a reaction?
That is up to you.
Oh, I'm gonna blast it. Accurately.
Okay.
Thin little stream of fire.
So,
Picture the quiches.
so
All
as
quiche practice.
as you catch this, you make a sudden choice, yourself or the child, and you turn and you fire towards the one that's grabbing the child, and just before its face reaches that kid's skull, a blast of fire sends it reeling away, releasing the child, who goes scampering up the stairs towards his mother, and the pair are trying to make their way up to the lifts that take them to the upper levels. And as you kind of grin for a moment in your small victory here, you get swarmed by these three. Down to the ground you go, and you find yourself restrained as one is looming over you. And as it lowers its face down towards yours to do the signature of the Mind Flayers, everything goes dark. And all you see is a small red figure appear, a small round red figure with a slit down the middle, and it blinks twice. You wake up in a terrible sweat, your hand having fallen over towards where your duster is, and inside of the one particular pocket where a certain item rests. And in your stirring, you kind of hear a grunt from beside you. Ugh, don't want to go back to sleep. As Umbra grumbles. Roll an intelligence check.
Why you no go? Hold on.
And on the 1, there's a girl in my bed.
Okay, apparently it's not working. 1 second.
Or from the character sheet.
From
Still
the
not
character
working?
sheet, yeah.
Yeah, they were acting up last week too.
Hold on. I got it.
You can use the half modifier too. Yeah. Okay. You're still a little hazy. You can't quite piece everything together just yet, but something about that says that it wasn't so much of a dream as something else. But in your haze and in the kind of sudden rush of wake up that you have, coupled with the pure exhaustion that you feel from the night before, or the events of the day before, you kind of shrug it off. You pull your hand out of your duster, and you can feel like a small imprint where you were holding something in your hand during your sleep. And then you just kind of go back to sleep.
I'm gonna go back to the warm body and think about this later.
Okay. So, that takes us on to the next morning.
So we get back to the tent with no problems. Ozir comes back.
What was Firebeard up to?
Firebeard was drinking with this... When we left last week, he was drinking with this crew and he just had the Hydra hatch.
Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry.
As for Zolzira and Aelith, Zolzira does teach Aelith a small levitation spell to start, just as a small promise of this is only the beginning. When the agreements are made, or when our agreements are met, then I will teach you the full spell. So you can make your loot levitate, but it won't play by itself yet.
Damn.
And then she follows Orad and back to the tent.
You really are dedicated toward getting me to dance naked, aren't you?
No. This is simply a ritual. Cormon, as you went wandering about the camp buck naked, and eventually find a place to pass out, in the morning you feel far more revitalized than you've ever felt after a sleep. You have a temporary bonus, and you can keep this bonus until the next time you guys do combat, of +1 to any of your attacks, and +1 to any of your damage. So make note of that somewhere. It'll last through your next combat. So Cormon, even despite being out all night, you wake up feeling fully refreshed, fully enhanced, and even your skin still has a slight shimmer to it as you wake up the next morning. But everybody the next morning is woken up by Taliba, as she wanders the camp, knocking on everybody's tents in her little bratty way. Get up! It's time to plan the next part of the assault.
Wait, she did that to me too?
Everybody.
Fuck off, and I'm gonna fire a jolt to fire out the entrance.
You miss, and you feel, as you're laying there, you just feel a sudden of sand in your face.
As she belts on Elrod's tent, he'll shoot. You know, he's in a bedroll on the ground right now. He'll shoot up. I'm going to attack. What? What?
Get up. Ubra's over laughing at Dorn, by the way. If you guys have low health, you can put your health to full. What was that, Weasel?
The half pint comes out of the tent barking.
She just kind of bends down, and she summons a small, ethereal, kind of like your small familiar of a Telen Brahma, which is like a giant land shark. The thing you guys saw when you first arrived. He just summons it in front of Half Pint, and he goes scurrying off the other direction.
Spork?
Kavan, you awaken. Despite your sleep, you still feel worn out, drained. And Silva's just kind of passed out in a chair next to the bed with a book on her lap.
I'll let her sleep and get up.
Okay.
Stretch it out, pop the joints, and yep, head on off to go find some breakfast.
All right. Bretta, I need you to roll an endurance check for me.
And you die.
If you fail, you join Rix in the Shadow Realm.
If you fail, you cried yourself to death.
Despite everything that went on, you were so distraught that you actually passed out and managed to sleep through the night. No bad visions, no horrible thoughts. You just slept. You slept the entire night away. The entire set of events just knocked you out. So you're fine. You didn't have to suffer any restlessness or anything.
I got up. I watch Tenok. He's awake right now. He's watching Riggs. I just give it a glance. And don't worry, Tenok. I'm going to find a way to fix it. And I go outside my tent to find something to eat for him also.
Okay. You guys kind of meet up and you see Taliba still making the rounds of the various tents. She doesn't bother with the pirates. She just kind of hurls a wave of sand over there. And eventually she disappears back up into the tent up above. There's a few soldiers that were here when y'all took over the camps, mostly Altaran, who are gathering around a small fire. They seem to be cooking breakfast, getting everybody up and going as the day gets started.
Can I grab some breakfast, maybe some coffee, and head over to Dorn's tent?
Yes.
I'll grab enough for to go and knock on his little. Hey, Dorn.
He's busy. You hear Umbra's voice.
Okay, just I'll leave this for him outside the tent, then and I'll place some eggs on a plate and a coffee outside the tent and walk away.
As you're walking off, she sticks her head out. I'm kidding, you idiot. And she grabs a plate of food and ducks back inside.
Oh God. Okay, cool.
Dibs on the coffee. I'm gonna snatch that from her.
Come on in, come on.
No, that was okay. I'll go inside the tent.
As you enter, you see Umbra and Dorn just sitting there, kind of
Naked.
picking. No, they're fully. They're dressed. Picking over the food.
Just Koromon. Koromon's naked.
Umbra dividing it evenly. As she puts some to the side for Dorn, and then a little extra for her, and then more for Dorn, and then a little more for her.
Umbra, that was actually for Dorn exclusive.
She holds up a finger.
You and
Shh. He doesn't get the hint, Dorn. Shh.
Loud noises in the morning are not allowed.
You see that
Thank you for coffee. Wonderful.
Dorn still looks a little worn out.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. Okay.
What's wrong, Kogon?
Literally nothing's wrong. I came to bring you breakfast, and then she made me get inside the tent, and now I don't know what to do.
Oh.
So the weather's nice.
Go eat, Kovan.
Bye. And I'll leave.
Bye, Kovan.
Okay then. Well, what got you on a tizzle in the middle of the night?
I don't know. Because, I'm out of character because my intelligence roll. I think my duster is haunted.
Corman wants some pussy.
He has one. It's
Hey.
it's in a cage
Not everyone
in
was
his
supposed to
tent.
notice that. All right.
He has some in a tent. In his tent, it's in a small cage with big ol' eyes.
Not that way.
Huh. Well, get it together. We got more things to do. So, now that you've had a little more time to think on it, while it seemed like a dream, from what research you've done on this particular object you were clutching from before, way back in the day, you had a similar vision the first time you held it, of you standing on a cliff face overlooking a field of fire. Only this time you were losing, and as the eye showed up, your vision ended. What?
I think I might be in trouble.
I should have let Elrod hold this curse.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Why do you say that?
Remember that thing you took in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of the night? Yeah, that thing. I think that thing is trying to communicate with me.
Thing with thing?
It's just an amulet.
I don't think it's just an amulet.
Well, alright
It's
then.
something I'm going to have to look into, I think. Something that may be more problematic than I initially anticipated.
Very well. Let's eat.
Oh, right, food, yes. And he's going to scooch over and eat the food that was
Wallace, you got enough rest to...
Hold on, I'm changing my age.
What?
Alright, we're good. Almost 26.
You wake up slightly after Sora, who's already brought you food from the nearby campfire and has set it down waiting for you to awaken. You were out late last night.
Yeah, I was kind of pissed off.
About the letter?
Yeah, well, I thought I had a bigger role. Guess not.
Well, to be fair, most of those slaves probably fight better than his army.
Wallace chuckles. Could be right there. You certainly did.
Thank you. Do you think he sent them because he doesn't want to risk losing his army? He could care less about the slaves.
No, I think he sent him not to reveal any of himself. He doesn't want people to know what's going on down below.
Perhaps they're expendable, and if they know something and they die while out in the field, well, nobody's going to care.
That and if never make it here, he won't care either way.
That too. Sir, can I ask something?
Of course.
Is this all a good idea? I know I've shown doubts before, but we kind of don't have much left here.
What do you propose we do?
Well, forgive my cowardice, sir, but I finally have freedom of sorts, and I'd much like to enjoy it.
Would you like to leave?
Only if you do.
We've earned their trust. We can't just leave them behind.
Very well. I'll prepare my spells for the day.
And Sora,
Yes.
it'll be alright. We will live.
I trust you. Alright. You're the next to awaken. You see your mother and father already out of the tent and gone, and Zelzira just sitting there, watching you sleep, strumming on her lute.
Do you have to look right at me when I'm asleep?
Well, you are my master and I am the prisoner, am I not? She kind of gives this flirty look and then just starts laughing.
Oh, goodness. Oh, you're great. You sound like the opposite of that other elf I met. No, nothing like that. He'll stand up, stretch. His back will crack from sleeping on the ground. I have to kick my father out of that bed. Oh, they're already gone. Right.
Yes, they left a little while ago when the child came screaming for everybody to wake up.
Oh, yes, Alright. Is there a chicken? He trusts her enough to leave her here, but he doesn't. Would have to roll something to know if it'd be a good idea to take her along, just because, keep an eye on her. Or it'd be better to leave her here.
Roll intellect for me.
Sure. I can't quite decide. Oh, nice. Better than my last one.
You kind of mull over your options here. You have one option of leaving a drow unsolicited in your tent, where anybody passing by might see her, not knowing who she is. I'm not talking about one of the random
Chomps.
militia here. Or you have the option of taking her and the knowledge that she has to Ranger General Velitrius, who is absolutely going to hate the fact that she's there. Your third option is to have her hide.
You can hide in Coromon's tent.
You could just kill her.
All the voices in his head start saying different things. I'm at a bit of an impasse here, personally. Your information, any information you have will be useful in our planning. However, I know that Velitrius will have a fit if I bring you in. But I can't quite just leave you here for any old militia man to stumble across. It's going to lead to problems.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Troll Player. Yes, it is D&D 4e. We are a little behind the times, but we don't want to change mid-campaign. Well, Zilzira just
It's
kind
only
of
because this
chuckles.
fucking campaign's been going on for years.
2 years. It's 2. It'll be done by the 3rd, hopefully, if you guys don't quit dawdling around.
We do a thing like that.
No.
I want to go shopping.
So as
We'll
you
never stop dawdling.
mull your options kind of out loud with her, Zilzira says, "Take me to the tent."
Oh, well, I mean, okay.
I'm spoken
I'm sorry,
for,
did
but-
somebody
oh,
say tit?
Right.
Um,
Right. She's wearing the robe, right? He
Yes,
brought it back.
She has the
Then
robe on
everybody
now,
was gone. Okay.
and she's pulled her little symbol of Illustrate out onto the front of the robe.
Oh, good, thank you. I will keep you safe, but don't stray from me, please.
Fair enough.
Alright, let's get going. He'll make his way to the tent. Oh, is Aelith's tent actually next to ours?
Yes.
Has Aelith come out yet? Because he'd probably knock on the door and check anyway.
Aelith, how did you react to the wake-up call?
So Aelith was up all night practicing the levitation spell
no.
on her lute. So when Taliba came around, she just sort of groaned, is like, "There's no Aelith here."
Alright, you go to knock on Aelith's door, or the wood on the front of her tent, and all you hear is light little snores, and a lute kind of floating in the middle of her tent. It's like the handle part of it's like tilted down, and it's kind of like wobbling in the air.
Basically what's happened is it's standing on its head.
Ah,
The drow just kind of chuckles. Oh, she almost got it.
you've opened a can of worms with this one. Aelith,
There's no Aelith here.
we gotta do planning stuff. How long were you up with that thing?
Aelith just sort of like rolls over and pulls her sheets closer around her without answering.
I'm going to take that as a line. Alright, I'm going to pretend I'm going to pretend I didn't stop by here.
So she just sort of like she raises a hand to sort of like wave you to leave her alone.
Alright, so Zero, I didn't say anything. Alright, long, says Dylan.
Alright,
And,
so
I'll head to the big tent now.
okay, you guys are gonna be the last ones to arrive because of the situation. Kovan, you've eaten and you've made your way there. Silva ended up joining you at some point. Firebeard, your crew was really woken up by several blasts of sand.
Sand?
Yes, sand.
From where?
From when Taliba was doing the wake-up calls.
Oh. Well, where's my Hydra?
It is curled up in your beard,
Oh.
and each of the 3 heads has like a huge chunk of fur just in its mouth, chewing away.
That's fine, probably.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna take it out and give it some meat.
Alright.
But what type of meat?
So you feed the newly hatched baby
Man
Elrod.
meat.
A few scraps of leftover meat from the supplies that your ship had. And you have a brief debate. Do you take it with you, or do you leave it here for somebody to watch over while you go to this meeting?
I'll take it with me.
Okay. You scoop the creature up, and it's still rather vicious towards you, despite being a newborn. And it's still gnawing on the meat as you kind of awkwardly tuck it to sit in your beard, kind of like it did when it was in its egg.
Can I try to calm it?
Yes, roll nature. See if you have more success the second
I've
time.
been having some bad nature roll.
Don't taunt the dice.
Okay. You, with the meat and the new morning, and you're able to soothe it just slightly. It's kind of calmed down. It's not growling and snapping at you. Instead, it's just chewing on food, on the food that you've given it as you make your way
Perfect.
towards the main tent here of this Orcish encampment that you guys have taken over. Cormon, after spending several minutes eating and then trying to hit on every single Altaran that you come across.
Wait. You're assuming that it was unsuccessful hitting on, like it was I was striking out or something. Are you unfamiliar with Coromon? I can give you a history lesson.
I'm familiar with the
Of
Altaran.
his sexual. Yes, but this is Coromon we're talking about.
Okay, fine. Roll one
Yep.
diplomacy
Roll.
check.
You're in luck.
Let's see the nat 20 or 1.
My dice.
Damn.
It didn't fucking roll.
It rolled.
It must be bugged out. It didn't roll for me.
You rolled a 26.
Yeah, but I rolled a 15.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that should be good enough to get my dick wet.
Take a shower.
The very last Altaran that you talked to, and she's a little smaller than the others.
Oh, come on. Why is it always the little ones?
Let me
She's
finish.
still taller than you, bro.
Yeah, she's still taller than you.
Oh, shit, really?
Yes,
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, a little bit smaller than, alright.
because you're an undersized
Goddamn praying mantis.
Goliath. Then we know why he compensates for everything. He's an undersized Goliath.
I am a little bit smaller than Goliath. Only in height, though. Just saying. Just saying.
See,
Just saying.
she's only smaller in a sense that she's like a few inches shorter than some of the ones that are around her. She still is well built. She's got the scimitar on her hip and the typical Middle Eastern style clothing that the Altaran wear. And she actually finds your revelry humorous. And she mentions that
Goddamn right she does.
should you come back alive from the next mission, find me.
Well, alright then. Or two, yeah.
She kind of gives you a
Or
playful.
maybe she has something to look forward to. You never know.
She she gives you a playful bump as you make your way towards the place that you've been called to.
Yeah.
And as you kind of get going over there, you realize even in Cormon's intellectual state, she looks exactly like all the other ones.
Intellectual state.
What's your
What the fuck is
intellect?
that supposed to mean?
What is your intellect?
Not low. It's not negative something. It's 11.
That is 1 point higher than the average civilian.
He's not an idiot. He's one fucking standard deviation above an idiot. Or normal. It's just normal. He's not an idiot. It's not like
Smarter than
Dorn,
the
for fuck's
average
sake.
bear.
So does that make Elrod's 22?
You're right. It's definitely not Dorn.
My point is, he gets over there and he realizes the only way he's going to be able to pick her out of a crowd is because she's
Right.
slightly shorter than the other Altaran.
Obviously, motherfuckers, I need to remove 3 points of wisdom and put it into strength to really balance out the DM's like vision of what my character is here.
No, your wisdom comes from your combat knowledge and prowess.
Yeah. He ain't dumb.
He's wise in his own way.
He isn't casting spells. He's casting biceps, for fuck's sake.
He cast his.
Oh my god. I'm just imagining.
I know exactly what you're thinking about.
Having so much muscle that he can literally pull off pieces of muscle and use them as weapons.
I mean, you're assuming that he would dare ever give up any muscle that he has on.
I don't know. I'm waiting for Elrod to be like, Koromon, we need to exercise your brain muscles.
That's not a muscle. That's not a muscle.
Brain is a muscle.
That's not. Nope.
So,
Nope.
continuing on.
Maybe in elves, but they're weird.
Continuing on. Bretta, you and Tanaka are kind of rounding out the pack, arriving to this area about the same time as Elrod
Where am
and
I? Am I
Zelzira.
just standing out here naked? Where am I?
No, you've been since had to put your
Yeah, maybe I've been clothed. Not voluntarily, though.
you eventually make your way in, and as you enter Kormon, you see Golar, the large black orc, standing there with this massive
fuck off.
axe. And he's actually looking
Yeah.
down
He's
at him
making up for what now?
at one of the maps.
I need to figure out how to get my stats above 20.
Be a big hero.
Big damn heroes, sir.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to hang out with fucking giant axe cock over here. This fucking band of fucking followers, this fucking party of groupies.
I
No,
mean,
sorry.
giant. You're not entirely wrong. You need to know the stories. It's some.
Settle down, Dorn. We all know you have a personal relationship with this guy.
So, Bretta, after your brief conversation with Tanakh, you eventually make your way up there as well.
Wait, how is she talking to Tanakh? Isn't Tanakh like a severed cat? At
The
this
same
point?
way you've been telling the
Oh
dog to go fuck itself.
Oof.
Oh, Wallace? That's
No.
a ghost dog. It's a fucking wiener dog. It's a spectral wiener.
That one on fucking insight right there, buddy.
Oh god.
Let's talk about the same way you're yelling at the dog in your house.
That's what he meant.
Oh, that dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
That dog isn't a dog. That dog's a fucking football.
But as you try to leave the tent with
Yeah.
Tanakh kind of hesitates, and realizing he doesn't really have anything he can do at the moment. Like, he's realized that something is wrong, and he's going to follow you
No
towards
way,
the
dude.
tent.
If anything, if that's a loyal animal, that animal's cuddled up against fucking Plank McGee's fucking feet and ain't moving. And it's fucking stuck. Is not moving and growling and just fucking uncomfortable as shit.
What's up, Tanakh? Are you going to stay with Rix on the tent?
Wow. Tanakh kind of walks past you towards the little area where breakfast has been made.
Oh, right. Oh, what do you want? Here I see some meat, and some meat. So do you want the meat? The meat? Or the meat?
The cat, Tanakh takes a few pieces of meat from you and then goes back to the tent to curl up next to Rix.
Take care of him. Okay. Where's everyone else?
Gathering at the tent there. Sora and Wallace, Dorn and Umbra, and then finally Elrod and Zelzira make their way towards this massive, it's a massive hut where the everything is going on. And as Elrod and Zelzira enter, you watch as Velitrius, from the opposite side of the table, kind of looks past Golar as best as he can, and then just raises a hand up And Golar kind of looks up, slightly confused. What is that?
A prisoner with knowledge of the Rouse people. She also represents a church within them that is a separate sect, apparently. I believe this can be used to our advantage, which is why I've brought her here today.
She's a prisoner, yet you let her walk without shackles?
I am her shackles. She has not left my side since she arrived last night.
She had a guard. His name was Koromon.
Shut up, Cormon. Though I can tie her up if you wish.
Yes, Koromon wishes.
No. Bring her in here. Set her down in this chair here. I'm sure myself and Golar can get the information we need out of her.
Fuck it. Okay.
Of course, and I will be right there as well. He says politely, as if he's totally willing to comply.
As you kind of give a tug to her arm and start walking her by, she stops and pulls her
Hang
arm
on.
away.
Hang on. Koromon's in here. He's gonna fucking roll a perception check, which, well, I wanna know if Elrod is getting threatened in any way. God damn it, my dice aren't working.
Roll
I'm fucking.
roll insight.
That would be an insight. God
That-
damn it! Of course, when I decide to not be there, we need.
Yes,
Yeah.
it'd be
Is it-
insight.
Flat
Is it
out.
something- is it
Period. Fucking end of story. I am absolutely not allowing somebody to threaten fucking Elrod after everything that's going on. Perception check right here.
Thanks, Betty.
Insight check.
Oh, you said fucking perception.
No, I said insight.
Should I also roll insight to see if they're actually planning on doing harm to her?
Take
Sure.
it. Take it all, you dirty girl.
That was a full-on threat. They're going to hurt this girl for information.
No, they fucking aren't. I'll fucking roll initiative right now.
Well, speak
I don't
up.
care if they're gonna fucking
Of course.
roll.
Oh,
I don't
you're
care if they're gonna
right.
hurt the girl, but the fact that the girl is being represented and defended by Elrod, no, sorry, you're fucking Elrod by proxy.
Elred will pick up on it and kind of stand in between him and her. Of course. We don't plan on stooping to their level. She's more than willing to comply. Yes.
Yeah, I'm also willing to comply, and so is my right and left fucking deltoid.
He's
You want to
talking
fucking do
to-
this?
He's talking to Valtrius.
And you watch as Cormon, he's picked up on this, and he actually goes and stands on the other side as you and Zelzira, like his arms crossed, and just kind of giving Golar of all people this look of, don't fucking do it.
She is already willing to comply. There is no need to stoop to their level, Valtrius.
As
Part
he,
of her...
go ahead.
There's also no need to fucking insult the champion of this entire party and the savior of this entire party on multiple fucking times. You drag his name across the mud, I'll drag your fucking dead body behind a horse through the mud.
Okay, Cormon, thank you.
You hear Golar actually start laughing.
God.
I like
This
this
looks
one.
uncomfortable.
I like that one. He should lead one of the groups. It is about this time, though, that Nefel speaks up. She was in the tent last night. She caused no harm. She healed my husband. She can be trusted. She sports the idol of Elistre. As you would know, Valitrius, there's actually more of this demeanor where Nefel seems to know him a lot more than she's let on. That is a goddess of good within the drow. And he kind of pauses. And he just kind of looks down at the table for a second. Very well. Let her speak. And so Elrod's mother continues her badassery.
Yeah. Get him, Mom.
Zelzira puts a hand on Cormon's bicep again as she gives it a little squeeze as she steps up to the table.
Yeah, squeeze that bicep.
The Drow have allied themselves with the Celestial Orcs. The followers of Loth, I should say. There are not many among my sect at the moment who are available to help. but I figured I need to at least try, since I am now in your presence. They seek to use the advancement of the Celestials here to make their way towards the center of the island and take over the city you guys once held. And this seems to be more info than she actually gave you, Elrod.
He's just standing at her side, like, river.
They have a entry point along the southeastern point of the island, down the long strip of land there, hidden amongst the trees. It's there that they slaughtered your party of druids. It is there that they make their entry and exit onto the island. I do not know who is truly leading them, whether that is the drow that attacked Elrod's father's crew here, or if there's one other. But they seem to be fighting viciously, more dirty. And from what we've recently heard, as of last night, she's talked to Nefel and everybody since, well, Elrod and them are all gone. The orcs seem to be taking that on as well, in an effort to win this war. And Vilitrius just kind of looks up at her and goes, "That's the info you have? We knew all that." Well, I mean, I didn't say I was going to be much help.
Also, if I may, she could serve as a diplomat of sorts with those of Illustre, if, as she says, they are willing to help.
They are.
Coromond's a diplomat.
If any harm were to come with her, it would be rather poor relations with this potential helpful force we could, take into the fold. Might I emphasize that?
Let me just say that you want us on your side. There's already a rift in the Underdark of my people and their people fighting amongst themselves. And now they spread their forces out here. They're fully making an effort to come up here and remove any potential help that our people could have. Help us, and you may have a way to gain entry into the Underdark. Or at least find a way to close the exits.
The less drow around, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah, Coromond's not bragging or anything, but he's been known to close an exit too.
What? Great, so we'll stick Coromon on it, and he'll lead the charge. Perfect.
Fair enough. She goes with you.
Huh? What? No.
Now, back to the map. And he kind of tells you guys to gather around here. Golar and his forces have agreed to push in and continue the trek west where we lost Arkan's army. The goal here is to let them do the conquering while you guys infiltrate Orkwood City and put an end to this mess. We don't know the results of what actually happened here. We do know everybody is missing or dead. He points to the area there that was just pinged. There is a path, should you be able to find it among the mountains to the west here, that'll get you into the ruins and allow you to come out through the southern portion.
Wait, there's a path through here?
Yes.
In the mountains.
You have a map?
Yeah.
That looks like a fucking big ass mountain to me.
I have a map.
You've had a map this entire time?
I haven't made it a secret, Koromon.
There's a cave opening up here too.
Yeah, but if you were to pick one fucking mountain in this entire drawing, that's the goddamn biggest fucking mountain. You're saying there's a fucking pass right here?
There's a hidden path.
Oh, it's hidden. Excuse me.
300 Spartan style. Goat path.
So one Coromon, you're saying?
Yes.
300 Spartan equals math.
Or if you choose to be more stealthy, you can try to infiltrate through the main city.
That's why I got a bread and butter.
Regardless, we're to the point where our numbers are dwindled to the point where we can't keep fighting this war for a long, sustainably. We had to remove the headpiece if we want to have a chance to win.
Yeah, Corwan's a man of action. What's the fucking way to end this war in one foul swoop? One fell stroke. One punch of me.
Kill the head orc.
He's one of the ones we've been hunting. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Is his name Golar?
If he falls, yes. Is there a history check to know about orcish culture? I know they're weirdos, but would orcs traditionally kind of like peter out and fall apart when their leader dies?
There would be disarray as they fought for control of the next one to be in control.
Obviously, they would all follow me.
But,
we'd have another army.
and he's talking about the leader, he says we do remove Crothu. He seems to be the one leading them.
Ooh, Korth? Wait, how do you spell that?
Crothu. C-R-O-T-H-U. And Elrod, since you're the only one from the original party,
Does that sound familiar?
roll intellect.
Oh, yeah.
The one thing you can...
I'm good at that.
Oh, god damn it!
I have
You
all
had
my
one
notes.
brain job. You
I have all my notes from
nerd.
the other members of the Six, if that's any help or bonus.
fucking nerd with your nerd hair.
The name triggers enough of a spark that you think to pull out the journal and notes that you'd found and picked up along the way. And as you flip through them, one of the names mentioned is Crothu the Orc.
That's him. That's the one. One of the Six.
Well, I guess you better not fail,
Holy
huh?
shit. Crothu's fucking an orc of the Six? Holy shit.
Yes. Either he is leaving, or either will return triumphantly, or not return at all.
Oh, fantastic. I wonder what sound his skull's gonna make when I crush it with my fist.
That's the
I hope a mighty one. And Golar slaps you on the shoulder. It, surprisingly for you at least, Cormon doesn't hurt too much.
Oh.
So, it is about mid-morning at this point. You guys have been given your task. You are to head south. This way.
Man, it's mid-morning. How drunk is Koromon?
You're fine. Find out what happened here. Send a report back so they can divvy up the rest of Golar's army as needed. Golar's army, for the most part, is going to head west. They're sending a band of 20 with you all in case you run into any issues here.
Yeah, but couldn't we run more stealthily if we were a smaller band?
No, we're going to see if we can reestablish a front line there, and then we're gonna sneak. So part one, I'm gonna draw the map real quick.
That doesn't sound like our style, though. Remember the bear cave?
No, okay.
Oh my god, it was one time!
Part one of the quest is to go
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
reestablish the front line, check to see what happened with them, find Elvira, and then we sneak off on our own to the mountain path.
Wait, so does that mean that you and Aelith are gonna fucking disappear out in the forest every 15 minutes looking for this quote-unquote Elvira in the fucking forest trees?
No, I'm gonna run off myself. It won't be a bother.
Yeah, it'll just mean that I'm gonna have to clean up your mess that you aren't taking care of.
Not taken care of!
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I mean. You're not protecting the party like a good hero does, because you're running after some fucking misty, sandy bullshit in a tree.
She is right, Elrod. You could just use half of it.
She's been gone for a day. I've done nothing to earn that. You
Ran
tell
off
me
into
when
the
I wasn't
fucking-
on the front line.
Ran off in the woods while I was dancing around in the moonlight naked. I'm saying
Yeah,
that's
you were
something.
dancing around in the moonlight naked. What does that do?
You were what?
Voting with the
Where
prisoner.
were you? Corvan's gonna get a little
That was
bit
a
red.
bad idea.
Children, stop arguing.
You
Corvan's
were
right.
naked dancing naked?
Listen to
say- we can
Oh
save
my
our
god,
argument.
even Bretta's involved now, Joe.
Save the grievances for after the war. We
I'm
will
right
do
here.
it, Valtrius.
I'm just. Wow, wow.
Uh-huh.
All I'm saying is, do we need 20 fucking loud, noisy, dirty, big, sweaty, fucking oily orcs following us around?
Just think of it like 20 versions of you following us to the front.
Yeah, I
line.
don't like that at all. I like one version of me. One is all the fucking world needs.
Koromon, don't you want to show them what a real man looks like? You can teach them.
They're all bigger than I am, for fuck's sake, Kovan.
Oh, just
How do
because
you
they're
think that
bigger
makes me
doesn't mean
feel?
they're stronger.
Well, welcome to mine and Bretta's world.
Ah, you're tiny. Look at you.
So you saying you don't want the
make me
orcs?
feel better, Wallace. I like you. Let's keep you around.
Latrice is going to speak again. So you're saying you don't want the orcs?
No.
No, I'm saying, do we need the orcs?
No. Yes, we do. He doesn't. Koromon, please. Leave the tactics to me. I leave the punching to you.
Sounds like a good plan.
Thank you. We are happy.
I'll
to
tell
have
you what, Koromon, you can walk in the front and the orcs can walk behind you. You won't have to look at them.
That's also good. That means everyone who is there with eyes, granted they have eyes, they aren't some
Is
fucking weird
watching
eyeless thing.
you.
They will see me and these pecs first. I like this.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now,
Make
Valtrius,
make Aelith play music behind me though, so like I have entrance.
we'll
Oh,
work on that.
100%.
If you let me finish planning.
No, she's got to agree with it before the plan goes ahead.
She's
You
not
gotta agree.
here. We
You
will
can
go-
make her agree with it. You've got good convincing skills. Go.
We will try to reconnect with what survivors we can find. See if there's any sort of front line that can be established, and send word back on how we should properly divvy the forces. After that, my party will continue alone if it's deemed appropriate at the time, through the mountain pass, and try to take care of the head. And if we need to keep the 20, I will also acknowledge that in a letter.
Fair enough. Are there any supplies that you guys need before you head out?
Oil.
Uh,
No oil.
Basic rations.
Gunpowder.
Dawn, is there anything you need? That they
Wait, am
might
I there?
have?
I didn't think I left my tent.
I thought you said you got up after you ate breakfast.
Oh, no, I said I scooted over to get breakfast. I wasn't sure if I actually landed or not.
That's up to you.
It's up to you. I'll change what I
Did
say.
bring
based
you
on
breakfast.
It'd be more interesting if I was in my tent.
Okay.
This
Dawn
fucking
is
dog.
not here. Do we have any ritual components? Anything at all?
I mean, I have some water. I can make it holy. That's about all I got.
More of a question aimed at Valtrius.
What sort of ritual components are you needing?
Knowledge of rituals for Elrond.
I don't know. I was hoping you'd know. I can have a word with Dawn. He's the one who'd know. And if there's, I'll make sure.
Can Koromon roll something for knowledge about rituals?
If there's anything he needs,
Sure.
I'll make sure he comes by. We only need basic.
With a penalty, because he doesn't use magic.
Yeah, no shit with the penalty. It's gonna be funny nonetheless. I want to be involved. I'm a planner here.
You have disadvantage 5e style.
I'm
Roll
a
twice.
big
No, he
planner.
doesn't.
That'd be funny.
I don't have my character. I can't even fucking roll. What do I do?
Arcane.
Last roll arcane. Roll arcane.
Click on your token. Oh, sorry. Let me go back to the map.
Yeah, let me get a fucking token. For fuck's
Here.
You can
Click-
drag it onto the map.
That too.
sake. Where? Oh yeah, from the thing with
Weird
the
thing.
thing.
Click your token and do your skill check.
Arcana. Yeah.
Okay, with
I
the
know
minus
everything.
with the -5.
Oh Jesus, fucking -5. Fuck me.
Yes.
I know as much as Dorn now. That's fucked up.
He needs oil.
Yeah. We need oil. I'm gonna stick with that.
Just
We'll get you some
Can't-
oil. If you really are that desperate for ritual components, perhaps there's something in the ruins for you.
I mean, with as much as I'm greased up
ruin.
on a regular basis, yes, we need more oil.
Yes, the ruins you'll be going through once you go through the
We're like
mountain pass.
Saudi Arabia here. We need some more fucking oil.
fuck Saudi Arabia.
I'll tell you later about my travels.
Koromon,
and
on
my
topic,
learning.
please.
Yes. Elrod?
I meant to say Koromon. Koromon, on
Oh,
topic, please.
sorry.
Tell us,
2K name.
is there anything more you could tell us about the ruins we'll be going through aside from ruins? Are these ancient ruins? Are these part of the city? clearly isn't familiar with the city. I mean, this particular island.
The ruins of our home city.
Right.
I'm sure
Kinda
your little
awkwardly-
excuse of an archer friend can tell you more.
Unfortunately.
Whoa! What?
He is, no longer
Shots
with us.
fired!
Long story.
Oh.
Who the fuck said that? Actually, hang on.
Wallace gets pissed off.
Velitrius said that.
I don't know this
Listen
fucking
here,
Velitrius
asshole.
person. Goddammit.
He's
I
the
can only make-
he's the general that's been leading the army here. You weren't here
He's
when you guys
also a
got
huge
first came
prick.
here. He is a
Yeah,
prick.
right above Wallace on the map, right?
I'm gonna say fuck you and fuck your stupid army and fuck your stupid comment, Velitrius, you little man. Don't talk about my fucking boys that way, or else you're gonna talk to me about it.
Guys, please. It's fine to banter with me. Let's not piss off our allies, please. No,
Well,
Roger,
why don't you tell them that?
Because that's not the type of thing you say to their faces. Tact, Karaman, tact.
Oh yeah, I have lots of that. I can roll for that if you want. Fuck off.
Gentlemen, please. Anyway, is there any further information you can provide us? Aside from the unfortunate, yes.
Yeah, Velitrius, how'd your mom like it last night? I'm just curious. She didn't tell me when I was doing some
She was disappointed.
Why?
What's
Did she
wrong with
remember
that?
you were
Yeah,
born?
well, it's hard to fucking please everybody when they've had 20 orcs up their ass, okay?
Rod just goes at the she was disappointed comment.
Get this imbecile out of my tent. Get on the road.
Why don't you fucking make me? Why don't you fucking do it? I want to see it. I want to see you make me get out of the fucking tent there, champ.
Oh,
I'm
Let's
gonna walk
fucking
up
do
to
this.
Cormon.
You wanna arm wrestle? Let's arm wrestle
I'm
for the
gonna
fucking
put my
tent
hand
spot.
on Cormon's
Come on,
arm.
let's fucking do this.
Cormon.
What's up, buddy?
Hey,
I want to arm
remember
wrestle.
how you saved me? Yeah, you remember how you saved me from the
Just
dead?
wait. Let's.
Remember how you saved me
watch
from
arm
the
wrestle
dead?
this guy.
I know.
Watch
Hey,
this fucking
hey,
shit.
hey,
Let's go
I don't
get a
wanna
drink.
die
Let's go
again.
do me. Let's
yeah,
go.
let's go grab a drink. I don't want to die. Let's go.
Go fucking do it. Hey, Velitrius. Fuck you. All right, I'm out of here.
Velitrius,
I'd leave
Steps away.
Cormon out of the tent.
Velitrius grabs his bow
Go
from
grab
his
it.
back, an arrow, and notches a shot at Coromon.
Oh, fucking do it. I got a skill, buddy. I got a skill.
no.
Fucking do it. I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you, dude.
He flexes to resist.
I fucking dare you. Deflect missile. Fuck off. Yeah, fuck off. Shoot it. I fucking dare you. Do it. Can you deflect a donkey punch? Can you do it? I want to see it. What do you got? What do you got
I
fucking
step
the
away
fucking bow?
from Cormon.
You catch this arrow literally an inch from your nose. You rolled an 11. An inch from your nose.
Yeah, still caught it.
Yeah, but he
Right
still
here.
could have fucked you up. And he's willing to fuck you up. I'm hoping that's some sort of wake-up call.
Yeah, no, it's not. Fucking.
All
yeah,
right, Coromon, you're antagonizing the man now, please.
Oh, just a little bit. I'm gonna go off with Kovan. Kovan and I are.
Let's go grab a drink. Come on, man.
Yes, Kovan, please go take it for a drink. I
Wall-
appreciate that.
Wallace throws some sand at his eyes.
Oh God, just don't. Just let him walk away.
You watch as the sand goes flying across the table towards Velitrius. And Nefel, without even batting an eye, just reaches out and extends her hand, and there's just this little barrier that comes up, and the sand just falls onto the table. That's enough, children. You can antagonize each other after we win the war.
Yes, she's right.
And then
Right.
she promptly slugs Velitrius in the face.
Rod never goes.
You are a general.
Yeah.
Act like one.
Koromon's completely out of the tent, didn't see that, but you just hear him laughing from 100 yards away. All right, Koromon, come on, Jesus. Fucking...
I know, buddy. I know. You totally.
I have fine lines and jumps on his chest.
Oh, he didn't fall over. He just got hit pretty hard.
Then
Yeah.
Halfine just runs out.
Any sort of now back, trying to stay on topic. I apologize, I'm not caught up with the history of the area. Is there any sort of further information you can provide us with the city? Is it currently occupied? Is it currently? Are there curse measures to to keep the orcs out of it. I see that they're settled on the map here. They're not settled there in a strategic point within the mountains. Is there a reason? This is the information that can keep my party alive.
The orcs didn't like the cold. I don't fucking know.
All right. Good.
Wow, what
The
a
city is in ruins. There was no protections in place. They raided it, killed as many as they could, and took the rest with them.
I see. All right. I will inform you myself alone when we depart. I'm going to gather the rest of the children. He just kind of smiles. And is that pretty much the rest of the meeting?
That is pretty much the rest of the meeting.
I mean, if it isn't, Cormon can come back in and get the rest of the meeting.
At this- At this point, it is on you guys to prepare for your departure. Complimented by Zero playing more music.
Yes. As soon as do they have an actual door on their tent?
Yeah.
Sexy music.
As soon as the door closes and they're outside, Elrod just goes, whew. Goodness.
Ah, you're fine, Elrod.
Yes, but you almost weren't.
Are you fucking kidding me? Did you see me cast that arrow? That was skills, buddy. That was
Yes, I did.
skills to pay the bills.
That was very cool, but for...
I thought we were drinking.
We are drinking. You want a drink?
We
Here,
probably
buy this
do.
man a drink. This guy gets a drink. He gets a double.
We all
Oh,
were drinking.
Corman, give me a drink.
You get a half. Kovan gets a double. You get a half. You
Oh.
fucking
Oh, thank you.
I'll wink at Bretta and give her a little bit under the table.
Thank
Not
you.
too much, gentlemen and lady. We're heading out soon.
What are you talking about, Elrod? That's gonna make the fucking trip that much better. Here, let's get you a drink, Elrod. You need a drink. Yeah, you need a drink. You need a drink, buddy. Come here.
I like where this is going.
I'm gonna put my arm around Elrod and bring him all into the fucking armpit and the oil and give him a fucking nice little noogie hug and give him a fucking drink. Buddy, nobody treats my boy like they did. I tried to treat you like that way, fucking. No way, not no how.
Thanks a lot, but can you do it without the noogie?
I don't know what you're talking about. Here, have a drink.
Flashbacks of high school.
Oh, God.
I'm not gonna give him a fucking wedgie, Dorn. Jesus Christ.
His
Elrod.
lovely blonde hair is just a fucking mess by the time you let him go.
Oh yeah, it's glorious. Look at that fucking.
Hey, let's
I'll
roll.
give you a fucking-
Elrod, since we're so close together inside of Corvan's armpit, is this a good time to talk, or you got a moment?
Yes, I suppose I have a minute.
I
mean,
was.
We could even leave tomorrow morning if everyone needs some time. He just kind of
Ah,
looks over it.
I just was doing some thinking, and thought that so maybe strategic planning might be helpful for the group. In the future when we do fights, just some general rules and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, I've heard of that book learning. It's called strategery.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
what do you have in mind?
I'm just in mind of maybe some ranged people sticking together so that strength in numbers and all that, and you and Coromon are kind of like the wrecking ball of the group. They'll go and destroy it. Right, Coromon?
Oh, you got that right.
Right.
Absolutely. So we have just everyone has almost like a buddy system type of thing, just someone to watch their back, stay close to them, all that, just prevent any of this, one person getting singled out and ganged up on type of thing,
Of course. And when the ranged units
Yeah,
are
except for
close-
Dorn.
when the ranged
Well,
when the ranged people are close together, that would allow them to more easily focus whoever we are focusing on. We all kind of got
exactly, yeah,
scattered last
communication.
time.
Yeah, if we all can be close together, we say focus that one, and the range guys are all close together, and we can all watch out for each other. And you got Coromon's back. Coromon's literally got back of everyone. So yeah. And there's Beardfire, and he'll has a baby little Hydra now.
Yeah,
so he's,
what's going on with Beard's fired beard? I see that thing fucking moving in a weird way. What's up with that shit?
That's
he
You guys
grew
see-
another
you guys
penis.
see- I mean,
It's-
I'm not drinking too much, am I? His fucking beard is moving by itself. I know he's a dwarf and all.
My, me egg hatched.
Oh,
This is little
Is that,
Elrod.
Is that a personal thing you gotta deal with? Your fucking egg hatching?
You just
You
see
need like
Elrod.
you need like a hot water bottle and a fucking piece of chocolate or something there, sweetheart?
Elrod just covers his face. You named it after
Very
me.
funny.
How,
What?
how flattering, Firebeard.
Do they like chocolate?
Just don't get your hands too close.
That's what my ex-wife said. What do you mean, fucking? Maybe I'm out of this fucking story here. Maybe I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about? Your egg hatch? That's kind of weird. What?
The
Your
Hydra?
brood egg?
From the Hydra layer?
When we fought the Hydra. Oh shoot, were you not there for that? Out of
He was there. He was there.
Yeah, I was too busy flexing after I punched it to death. What the fuck are you talking
I was
about?
the one who wasn't there.
He was there because he pushed it into Firebeard's face, and Firebeard almost died.
I'm pretty sure that Firebeard snuck an egg into his beard. It was not obvious to everyone else.
Oh yeah, Elrod didn't say anything. It just didn't come up. Yeah, he took it against my counsel. He's now has a pet Hydra. However,
You have a pet, comma, Hydra.
I'll be
Pet
right in it. I'll be right in it in no time.
yeah, it could be useful if he actually.
Is anyone else concerned at the crazy fucking dwarf over here with a deadly multi-headed fucking evil beast?
Oh, you
Or a
warm up
pet.
to it. You haven't even held it yet.
Oh, I'm immensely worried. However, if it
Yeah.
does end up working, it's going to be quite useful.
I want
I
to arm
figure
wrestle the
you
Hydra.
got
Can I arm wrestle the
power.
Hydra? I want to arm wrestle the Hydra.
My
Can we-
brother's,
can-
my
can we do
brother's
that?
barbarian suplexed the Hydra.
Can I suplex the Hydra? I'm gonna roll suplex the Hydra. Suplex, where is it? Suplex! Exclamation point! Yep, I suplexed the Hydra. Look, I outrolled it. Look, right on the fucking page. It's right there.
That didn't. I don't think that would go over well with Firebeard.
This is not gonna go over well, Firebeard.
Explain to me how having a fucking Hydra is a good idea. Explain that one to me, dwarf.
Look, it's a matter of like lesser of evils, like gunpowder or a Hydra. That's a
Oh, 200% gunpowder. I like explosions and fireworks and big bangs and
Yeah,
anything that
so-
announces me coming into the fucking party. Hydras
figure-
just go "Wee!" and make fucking whiny noises all the fucking time.
look. We let him have
And
a
they
little
got the
Hydra.
poisons, and they got the fucking heads that won't go away. Trust
Yeah,
me,
and-
I tried
okay,
to punch away the
okay.
fucking heads. They don't go away.
Now imagine
We-
us using such a Hydra on the bad guys.
Yeah.
What,
We
in
let
like
him have
15
a
years
little
when the
Hydra.
Hydra fucking grows up?
They
Yeah,
grow
we let him
very-
have a little Hydra, and then he doesn't blow up the camp. It's
They
great.
they grow very, very fast.
And I could use the hobby.
All right, you convinced me. Let's fucking do it.
Plus, Beard Fire needs him.
So as you guys continue to gather everything up and get ready, you notice there's one person for sure missing from your little band of adventurers. There's two, obviously, because one of them's dead. But
It's Dorn! Fucking Dorn.
I know what I'm gonna do, but I'll wait.
Damn it, Dorn!
Aelith is still in bed.
and Aelith is still past. Oh yeah, I was gonna have you roll perception, but they wouldn't shut up.
Elrod would know to go check Aelith's tent right away.
Okay. So there's actually two people missing.
Aelith.
How long has it been since Elrod was last here?
Probably about an hour.
So, Aelith just sort of like waves a hand in her sleep again to just try and get people to like leave her alone. It's just like she makes just like a little sound, but her hand is red.
Aelith, your hand is red.
Me sleep.
Aelith, you missed the meeting. It's... What time is it currently, Mist?
It's nearing noon.
Aelith, it's almost noon. You gotta get out of bed. We need to start getting ready for tomorrow.
Aelith just sort of gasps and like sits up quickly when you say that, and like you like see like the like her form shift back into her half elf form. Apparently in her sleep she decided to transform for a moment.
Oh. That's why your hand is red. Anyway,
What?
your hand was red a minute there. You kinda...
Was it under her sheets?
You're not here.
She like blanket cocooned herself.
Yes. I think your little illusion
Elrond, walk out of the room.
was going off right there. You might not want to do the whole magic thing while half asleep. That can happen.
Yes, that's a good idea. Right.
Anyway, come along. We need to get together and talk about a plan.
Yes,
And
right.
we need to gather some supplies. We're off on a hike.
A hike?
Fucking hike?
What?
A long hike. I'll explain when everyone's together. Let's go get
We're in an extreme endurance race, Coromon. It'll be fine.
Yeah, no,
So-
I'm fine. I'm just worried about the rest of you guys.
So I'm going to assume we've been given a very important mission.
Oh, yes. We're going to go cut the head off the snake.
Figuratively and possibly maybe literally. I don't know.
Wait, I figured it was figurative.
If
There's-
it's a snake,
there's no-
though,
there's
snakes
not a
are related to
literal snake.
dragons, and I'm super good at punching the heads off of dragons, so we're gonna be fine.
Elrond slipped away from you, Coromon.
That's okay. You can still hear fucking Coromon's voice well across the entire camp.
Talking about punching snakes.
Remember that time that I literally punch-fucked that dragon to death? It died from me fist-fucking it.
Punch.
It was glorious. It got pregnant and died at the exact same time. It was amazing.
It was a male dragon.
Yeah, well, you know, just all the more the fucking magnificent that scientific experiment went.
Is Cormon just rambling to no one from
Yes,
across the
yes, 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 yes.
Dawn,
Hmm.
the one guy is awfully loud.
Yes.
Yeah, it's his best feature.
Don't suppose we should go check on the others.
Nice.
Dawn, wake up, you pussy!
I think that's for me.
Alright then. Cormon, I heard your voice.
Good afternoon, Molly.
Hi.
He just watches her approach Coromon and just smirks.
She goes running up to Cormon and like jumps up to grab onto
I
his
literally
bicep.
cannot see you little tiny fucking half a thing over Zelzira's massive cleavage. She's just hanging.
She's in a normal robe.
3/4 of her tits are hanging out, though. At least
How it works.
She's
It's a-
petite.
That is absolutely how it works. Do I need to send you pictures? That's how it works.
She's petite.
Also, she's in a big, all-concealing necromancer robe Elrond stole 2 years ago.
Aelith is just like pitching the bridge of her.
It's still highly revealing.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Come on.
the point?
For one fucking second, do you really think that a drow, fucking priestess of anything, is going to wear anything conservatively? No.
Yes.
No, they aren't. No, they
In-
fucking aren't. No, they aren't.
For diplomacy, yes.
Oh, come the fuck on.
Settle this, please.
Oh, horse shit.
All right. Let's focus on campaign things and not debating that.
It is a full
Really?
covered body robe because it was stolen off the necromancers back in
Yeah.
Cliffsdale.
Lame. All right, moving on.
Thank you.
Eventually, Dorn and Umbra make their way over as Molly is clinging to Cormon's shoulder and getting more and more upset that he's not even acknowledging her.
Yep, nope, not even at all. There's way more pressing matters. Plus, Coromon's extremely distracted with a giant fucking gray orc that is impeding on his masculinity right now. He's still not fucking settled with that whole.
Dorn,
Coromon literally hasn't seen anyone taller than him in 15 years.
You're awake.
Oh, look
Hard to be asleep.
at this. Hey, buddy.
before
How
we
was
jump,
that?
before we jump on, Dorn, was there anything else you wanted to do regarding the object?
I don't think I've actually had time to do anything.
Okay. You had about 3 hours.
Wow, that was a long cup of coffee.
Well, you guys didn't go to the meeting and then didn't wake up immediately and breakfast and
I thought you said the meeting was 1 hour.
the meeting was an hour,
Um,
but between the time
would've
that he woke
probably-
up and the time the
Hour
meeting,
and 25 minutes with all of Coromon's bullshit added.
Gotcha.
I
plus
would've probably
everybody
prodded out
ate.
with some magic and stuff like that.
Okay, go ahead and roll arcane for me. Between everybody stopping to eat breakfast and getting gathered up and everything, it came out.
Does Dorn need to
The
pick
most
up like
money.
the chicken bones or like the fucking feathers or something to like refill his magic bag of bullshit or something? Just saying. I'm trying to be like thoughtful. I'm trying to be kind.
Bretta.
You were actually able to fiddle with the object just enough
Goddamn.
to get the illusion to fall, and what you see before you is a small, red,
Illusion? What do you like?
seemingly petrified eyeball.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
Didn't Elred already identify what it was?
You guys did a while back, but it's nobody's actually taken the illusion off of it, and he's just
I'm
kind
pretty
of.
sure Koromon was not here for the fucking eyeball.
No, he wasn't.
He was
Yeah.
not.
Strugans was.
Yeah. Different person entirely.
Very different.
You guys identified what it was, and then Dorn kind of took it, and it's just kind of been in a pocket since.
Just like
Yes.
this, right?
Yeah, has your fucking black finger like rotted and fallen off yet? Are you a four-fingered
Oh
like
no,
freak?
his pinky's a stump on the left hand. It's been that way for like since Templar. Or no, that's been that way since Swampgate.
Swampgate.
Wait. Hang on. Swampgate was way before even Strugans.
Yep.
Yes.
No, horseshit. You had the fucking ring on your finger when Strugans
No.
was.
It wasn't
Oh,
on
no,
the
ring has
pinky.
nothing to do with it.
It wasn't on that finger. No, the
Doesn't
ring
have
is
the
gone.
fingers.
Umbra has the ring. Umbra stole the ring back in the tavern when
Alright,
you guys met up with
Sorry.
him
Or was just happy
And-
to be rid of it.
in Rowport.
I thought you were still fucking cursed with all that. I'll have to
No.
ask later.
Your poor little village is dead.
Right? Right?
Yes. When you guys bumped into
No,
Umbra
I wasn't doing that in character.
in Rowport, Umbra just kind of walked up and took the ring off like it was nothing.
Oh yeah. Okay, I do remember that. I was around for that.
Yeah. So, Dorn, after that, you meet up with them and all that, and you kind of probably keep that to yourself for now. I mean, you had an idea what it was anyways from you and Elrod's first attempt at it, but now that you've gotten the illusion to go away, you're certain what it is. And as far as you tapping it, the eyeball just kind of, in its embalmed state, kind of pulses slightly and then blinks up at you, and then closes its eyelid back up.
Oh, he's gonna jam it into his head. I'm telling you this right now.
What? No, no.
By the hells. And he's gonna put it back in his pocket. In its own little...
That is an awfully powerful eye you got there.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting till Dorn tells us when he's coming over. Because this is all when he's by himself.
Yeah.
I thought he was with us right here.
We've rolled back a little bit because you guys just kept going and going and going.
And doesn't Umbra have a bunch of fucking snakes with eyeballs on her head?
No,
No, that's Remuse.
No.
Umbra's the tiefling.
Oh, for fuck's
Reviews
sake.
is with Talos back in Talos' hometown.
Do you need a flow chart?
A little bit, apparently.
Somebody
Okay,
take him
I'll
in a
work
party
on it.
split and catch him up on the past year of Lauren.
Just zoom in on the tokens.
Unfortunately, I've been there.
I think these people will be able to make a decent cup of coffee.
Have you come over yet, Dorn?
Coffee Dorn, I had tits last night. Let's talk about that for a second here.
You didn't have tits. You danced with the priestess.
Zilzira, did I have tits?
You did have tits, yes. They were
Thank you.
actually quite
Thank
nice.
you, Elrod. Thank you. They were glorious, big, full, fucking fully
Wait,
voluptuous tits.
Wait.
I beg your pardon.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, it was a dream come true, and it all fucking went fluttering away.
Well,
puts his-
congratulations. I guess I'll get you some tassels next time.
Yeah. So don't worry about your fucking shitty cup of coffee. I had tits last. It was amazing. You missed out.
Elrod looks at Zilzira. What?
Aelith also looks at Zilzira.
Yeah. Splain that one. Mm-hmm.
He wanted to do the ritual with me.
And that's
Boy,
the,
did I.
and that's the ritual I agreed to do, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess
boy.
you'll believe anything with cleavage.
the male priests change form for their change form ritual and then perform one of the dances.
Yeah, Dorn. If you don't believe things with cleavage, you need to take a hard gut check.
It's about this time that you guys actually take a look at Cormon and you're all trying to picture him as a female. You actually notice his skin is just has a
if
slight
you're having
glisten to
trouble-
it.
I can reenact it for you right now. I don't even care, man. I'll do it fucking like let me get the oil. Hang on. I'll be right back.
I can't do it right now.
Yes, it appeared related to the moon, which is why we couldn't do it then.
Like a full moon?
Yes, or the midnight. I don't know.
It requires nighttime. And you notice actually as the morning has gone on and she's been outside, she's pulled the hood more and more over her face.
Do you need to get out of the sun.
I'll be okay.
Not me. I glisten.
Not you,
Yeah, no,
Coromon.
that's not me.
Silzira.
I'll be alright.
Alright, let me know if you're ever uncomfortable. Dawn,
Elrod.
good morning. You missed the meeting. We can talk tactics when you're more awake.
I'm awake enough. What's the plan? What are we doing?
The short version, now that you're all here, is we're going to be going with a squad of 20 orcs to re-establish, or see if it's even possible, some sort of front line where our forces to the southwest have fallen. Try to see if there's any survivors left.
Are you out of your damn mind?
Hear me out. And after that, we leave. Just us. We're going to go into the mountains, go into Orkwood, as they now call it, and we're going to cut the head off the snake.
Or
That.
we head towards the mountains, and the orcs head towards the front line. We're going to do nothing but draw attention to ourselves. We're marching with 20 drunken, loud black orcs.
And one Coromon. Don't forget that.
Oh, okay. So more like 40 orcs altogether as far as the
That's right. That's
sound
right.
range.
Or knows math. He knows math.
It's important we have them in case we're jumped. If the orcs already hold a position there and ambush us, we can't afford to die. Is it sneaky? No, but our stealth mission isn't going to involve them.
He looks at you solidly and goes, I guess it'll be fine unless you have any other relatives that happen to appear and you rush off and act.
Nope. Thankfully, I'm an only child, as far as I know.
Any
As far as you know.
any second cousins that I should know about?
No, don't. None that I care about.
So, Elrod, you know that gnome that lives in town nearby?
Stop!
Oh my god.
And luckily, the love of his life is safe and sound.
Oh
and
yeah,
not
Elvira's
anywhere
only
nearby.
just missing. So,
Yeah,
we
so.
can deal with that later.
Why is Sora awkwardly like a full
What?
tile off from the rest of the fucking group?
Who cares?
Hey. I care. It's called RP, man.
What is it?
Yeah, exactly. She'd be much closer to Coromon, obviously.
But
Oh my god.
I had a word with Valtrius, and if you need any more ritual components, they can see about supplying you. But I don't know what you might need.
Yeah,
Well,
good
he's a
luck with
special
that
one. Maybe I
buddy.
can break down his mouth.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that.
Let me
Either
know if you
way-
want any help with that one.
Yeah, we already tried that. We got told not to.
Yes, it was quite
Wait,
even.
you guys almost picked a fight with with Valtrius. I'm so
Not
proud of you.
not almost, not almost, not almost. not
Yes,
even
arrows
close.
were fired, and
Oh, I caught that motherfucker. I caught it in the air.
Hey man, only we can talk shit about Rick.
Oh,
Clearly spending
oh.
my night
Oh.
trying to learn how to levitate my loot was a better use of my time than attending that meeting.
Is that a euphemism for masturbation?
I beg
Because
your
that's a
honor.
euphemism for masturbation. I'm just gonna let you know right now. That levitate your loot. Come on.
I've never
Dorn
had
is
that
just
before.
gonna face palm and rub his.
Well, I
Yep.
was up all night taming me Hydra.
That's
Oh,
that is
by
a
the
less
hells.
less classy euphemism for
Alright.
masturbation. I'm just gonna let you know right.
All right,
Okay,
let's stop talking about touching ourselves.
so,
Dawn, go talk to them if you need ritual components. They're willing to hook you up.
Oh, hey, Dorn, you want me to come with you to talk to Validrius again?
You know, I think that's a wonderful idea. You should come with me.
You two
Yeah.
are going alone in that case.
I feel like I
Where's
should
the fun in
probably
that?
come to
Everyone should come.
going to do that, but I really don't want to.
Boo. I kind of want to go.
I don't know. I feel like I should tell him the story about how we took out a major encampment and a portion of a day that he was kind of stuck on for.
Dorn,
a week.
Dorn, make sure to tell him how I punch fucked the death of Dragon with my fist.
Just don't kill him, or each other, or anyone.
But make sure to mention the dragon. And my fist.
Ayla just sort of rests her face in her hands, is like, how are people so incompetent with dealing with other people?
And make sure to mention how much smaller he is than a dragon, and how much bigger my fist is. Just that little thing right there.
Say, Umbra, you wanna tag along? I might need Some extra hands on.
Mention how my hands killed a fucking dragon. Just saying.
If it keeps me away from him, I'm all for going.
You are so fucking tired of this conversation. It's just like, oh god.
I'm sure that the general has some nice things for us.
Yes. Otherwise, I'm going to turn you all loose. Get the supplies you think you need. At least, how many days trip is it roughly, Mist?
Probably
We,
2 to get to the hidden path.
all right. Bring 4 days to a week's worth of food. Always plan to get lost. And we'll meet back up tomorrow morning. Because I can see there's still some alcohol in some of us. Some of us still need a full night's sleep.
Not me. I'm good to go.
And
Aelith does not look exhausted at all.
We can
Even
leave.
though she's gotten, like, maybe 5 hours of sleep.
there are others of us that I also have my own business to attend to. So
Can we leave in the cover of night? It's still
Zero
0.
said that?
Yeah.
This
I don't
sounds
know
like
if
a
you
wide
see me. I don't
decision.
move that well at night. Night or day, I just move.
I can
Let's
see
do
all-
it.
I can see
So-
all right in the dark. That might not be bad. That might not be a bad idea.
I feel like we have more resources at our disposal at night than during the day.
I mean, if it means Zelzira's robe's coming off, sure, why not? Let's do it.
Koramon,
I'm
please.
still expecting you to teach me some of those rituals.
So you're gonna trust
Yes,
the
make
drow to watch
Aelith's
your
robe
back?
come off too. Fuck off.
Well, no, but I don't trust. But no, that's not what he said. Well, I don't have to. I'm the one who has to make sure she stays alive. So
Oh no, I'm right there with you, Elrond. I ain't nothing. Oh, for fuck's sake, dog. I'm trying to monologue here, dogs. No, absolutely, I am 100% sold. Koromon is sold on her. There's not a single fucking hand that's touching her except Korom.
anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
go get your supplies.
Boop.
Zazira, I need to have a word with my mother. Let's just head back to my tent for a minute.
Okay, so at the end of the conversation,
Korman.
Dorn is gonna clap his hands together loudly and go, "All right, guys, break!" And he's gonna walk off.
That was fucking weird.
What the hell was that?
You're right there, you're there, sweetheart, with your fucking cheerleading.
Elrod leads into Aelith. Was he trying to make fun of me?
Wait, no, maybe he did the ritual.
Did Aelith hear
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
Oh, no.
Hey, Elrod, is your
Yes,
mom
yes,
coming
yes.
with us? Because she can totally come with us. I can care.
Aelith,
Aelith's gonna lean back towards Elrod and respond, you know, as amusing as he is, I've sort of given up trying to follow what he said.
fair. No, I don't think my mother will be coming. I think she's going to be staying to watch after my father, and, well, she is part of the think tank as far as I'm concerned here.
That
So-
sounds like a gigantic waste of time. I'm just saying you could probably go talk to her, and you know what? I'll go talk to her. I'll go talk to her right now.
How about...
You know what? No.
You know,
don't-
actually, no.
No.
Elrod will put his hand on Aelith's shoulder. Please, you are welcome to go talk to her.
Aelith is going to nod to Elrod.
What do I roll to go talk to fucking Elrod's mom to convince her fucking groupie ass to follow Koromon around? Because I will roll that fucking roll all day long.
And what does he need to roll to get kicked in the nads? 'Cause
100. I need to roll 100 on a fucking d20. All right.
Okay.
to not get kicked in the nads.
What's
Got it.
Elrod's father's strength? Because we need to. I think
She's
our
a
wrestling podcast
goddess.
is gonna
She's
go
fucking
down.
Galadriel, for fuck's sake. Yes, I'm going to
Basically.
roll a 20 to fucking roll 100 all day long. I'll fucking do it, and I will lose gladly.
So, we're going to summarize this because we're nearing the end of the session. I want to get everything prepped so next week we can go. So, Dorn and Umbra make their way up to the Ranger General, who is now alone in the encampment. Golar and Edmund and all them have left.
Wait, where did Edmund go?
They've throughout the camp.
He hasn't been involved in any story so far, though.
No.
No, those two. All right.
Edmund?
Yeah, he was
punched
like
Elrod.
recovering. Oh, he
Punched
did?
out- Yeah.
I thought he was
No.
recovering from his wounds the entire time.
No, he was the captain of one of the ships. He's not a nobody in the army.
Totally missed the fucking Elrod punching. Goddamn. All right.
Yeah, you did.
And I think he
Door.
made fun of his beard, and he told him that he's far too scrawny and needs to eat.
He made fun of Elrod?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, what do I roll to pick fucking Edmund up over my head?
How about you wait till they come back to the tent?
All right, wait.
So Dorn and Umbra make their way up to speak with Velitrius, and it's a rather aggressive conversation. Especially because the way Elrod worded it was that Velitrius was guaranteeing supplies, when he told Elrod he couldn't guarantee that they would have what Dorn needed. But he does mention that there are many places of magical focus within the ruins in the mountains that Dorn should be able to loot some sort of supplies for his rituals there.
So he's leaving us high and dry like usual.
Finding some dirty fucking bones and gross shit somewhere.
I mean, he's supplying all the food and everything you guys are taking.
Dorn?
No, Velitrius.
Velitrius.
No, but he's saying Dorn should find some fucking ritual shit, right?
He said he can find some in the ruins.
Yeah.
We're going to a destroyed magical city. There's going to be some shit there we can.
Yeah. Food over here. Gross, disgusting shit that Dorn likes to stick in his pockets over here. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
He's not wrong. I put an
look,
eyeball in there.
Look, it's
Yeah.
a gross intestine thing. Fucking rotting for 3 days. There's maggots all over it. Oh, Dorn's like, give me that fucking shit in my pockets right now.
It's gonna be kept in Bob's mouth.
A little bit. A
Oh,
little
God.
bit. Bob's
There
not
are
going to
all
complain.
kinds of magic. I'm not going to judge him for his choices.
Horse shit. You are going to judge him.
No, I don't need that.
Elrod just brings Elzira back to his tent.
Wow. Way to go, Dorn. Or way to go, Elrod. Fuck.
She's basically going to be glued to him as long as she's a prisoner.
I mean,
So, during
Wow.
Dorn and Velitrius' little heated conversation, because Dorn didn't like being told no, that there's really not anything he can get, Umbra does a little pilfering of her own.
Really?
Uh-huh. And so as Umbra and Dorn are leaving, she just kind of hands out a few, holds her hand out with a few various objects within it. There's a couple of gold coins. There's some pieces of elvish golden hair that she stole from him.
Wait,
Would that be his hair?
It is his hair.
Ew.
Oh, I love her so much right now.
Velitrius?
Ew.
Yeah, she kind of cut part of his hair off while he was arguing with Dorn.
Oh, it was Velitrius? Good. Fuck that guy.
This is so much more valuable than any of the gold. You can have that.
Yeah, no, Coromon.
And the last little thing she pilfered was a silver tarnished ring
Ooh.
with a pearl inset to it. It looks like it hasn't been polished in quite some time.
Ooh, pearls are useful.
Ooh, gimme.
All yours, dear.
Oh, you are the best.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's sharing her her pilfered treasure with you. She does like
How
you.
the fuck did she steal that guy's hair?
With her dagger.
She's just that good.
All right, so Coromon's
She rolled
gonna
a
go
nat
back
20.
To the tent. Hang on, nat 20 and everything. Coromon's gonna go back to the tent. Everybody's not there. All right. All I want to do is buy the guy a drink and just flip his fucking ponytail, just a little bit. I want to flip it. Just flick it, flap it, flip
He
it.
doesn't.
I want to. I just want to.
He doesn't
gonna
even
have a
wear a
drink.
ponytail.
How did she fucking steal the hair then?
Because while he was arguing with Dorn, she just walked around the tent and eventually snuck up behind him.
It ain't short fucking hair. It's
No,
long.
it is.
It's long, elfy fucking ranger braids, and I'm gonna flip that motherfucker because it's goofy as shit, and that's what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna buy him a drink. He's not gonna notice it all. Stealth check. I don't know. I fucking rolled a 20. Just go with it. And then I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna. Nobody noticed a goddamn thing, but I flipped the guy's hair. As I'm just little fucking glorious Elrod, fucking Legolas, fucking braid and shit.
For the
Does a 25 tell me anything about the ring?
there's no magic on it.
Oh. Wait, did she steal his ring?
Yeah, she's still Velitrius.
Well-
A ring from
What the
Velitrius's
fuck, man?
From,
Okay,
from
Elrond
his,
or
from
Korom's
his
gonna
pocket.
check. Yeah, Koromon is going to check all of his shit right now because Umbra is coming up with shit that she should not have.
That you wouldn't know about, my dude.
Yeah, Koromon is checking his fucking his fucking.
loincloth?
Yeah, I know he's checking all of his fucking goods, man. He's checking his fucking championship. He's got a no, that's still there. Ah, thank you. All right, flex. All right, there it is. All right, he's gonna check his fucking championship belt that he won. He's
I
gonna
mean,
check his fucking.
all this occurred
golden-
while her and Dorn were away from everybody.
Yeah, she couldn't have stolen anything from you. Don't worry.
Couldn't.
That's what
It's
I'm trying.
fucking-
Yeah, she wasn't near you. I'm trying to help, buddy.
No, she stole all this from Velitrius.
Elrond, did
And
she
the
steal
most valuable
anything from
thing is
me?
the hair.
No,
Honestly.
Yep.
Did she get any of my chest hair?
I don't think so.
Does she want any of my chest hair?
I don't think so. That's probably a good thing.
All right, we'll move on.
So, everybody splits off to gather their supplies and their belongings, and rest
Hold
for
up.
the yes.
That's not true.
Does Wallace want some of my chest hair? That's weird.
Wallace is going to ask to meet with Firebeard.
Okay.
In his own tent.
Okay.
Firebeard,
Aye.
I heard that you lost some of your men.
Yes, some.
Would you like to replenish that?
Well, what are you offering?
Well, my king said probably close to 20, 30 men as slaves. Oh, they want some freedom. You can have them.
I can do that.
From slavery to literally the freest life. Nice. I
Couple
thought you-
conditions, of course.
Of course.
We'll make you a second boat. And you
Aye.
can have them build. I'll let Sora run it till we're done, so she can stay out of this. And third, you become Admiral Firebeard.
Firebeard is gonna try to hide his excitement, but remain civil. I suppose that sounds good.
Koromon.
And one last offer. I can always pull Sora out whenever I need to.
Whatever you, as long as I can have a man of my own on board, I don't care what you.
No homo.
As long as she runs it, you can have however many men you want on there.
Give
I
it
just
to
want her
her.
to have the most
homo.
freedom she can have.
We gotta get Firebeard a bigger hat now.
I do, and I would love a bigger hat, an admiral's hat.
How is Firebeard not already a fucking a captain admiral? Like
He already has.
just
He only has
combine-
one ship. Admirals
Admiral
have
needs
ships.
multiple ships.
I mean, in a pirates fucking band, does he really?
Yes.
They're
Twice
more
the
like
plunder.
guidelines.
I mean, what's the difference between an admiral and a captain if both only have one ship?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're gonna have to convince the fucking pirate of that one.
Firebeard could just name himself whatever he wants.
Yeah,
He could,
Wallace-
but we're making a point here.
Captain
Wallace-
Captain Admiral, man.
But
Wallace
Beardfire's the
sticks his
captain.
hand out.
Yep, Bird, man. You're second in command.
Wallace sticks his hand out and says, "Do we have an agreement?"
Firebird spits in his hand and holds his hand out.
Wallace looks out puzzling, shrugs his shoulder and spits in his hand and says, "Deal's a deal."
Very good. Where's the men?
They'll be here tomorrow. Or any day soon. And then they're all yours.
Very good. Pleasure doing business.
Well,
So,
what are we for? But Sora will continue with us until we get back. Then when we get back from our duty, she'll go with your men.
Aye.
after the
Wallace
six,
Skywalker.
exchange is made, and the afternoon slowly fades into night. Zelzira, of course, going to sleep because it's middle of the day.
Elrod will guard her. Just kind of hanging out in his room, waiting for his parents to come home.
As you guys are kind of gathering things up, there's going to be the sound of voices coming from the western shore, so similar to where the pirates were. And upon investing, you guys kind of just go as a group because at this point you guys are trying to get everything together and get going. You guys arrived to see a rather rinky-dink ship with 20 people in just the most ragged, tattered clothing and dented armor and swords that are rusty and all sorts of things, just kind of almost like beached onto the shore there.
Well, the ship's a ship.
Bunch of blunt bullshit.
We're looking for Wallace.
He's right here. Wallace?
Congratulations, you made it. One woman. If there's any women in.
A few. We're here to, and he pauses, he kind of pulls out a small scroll. He goes, we are here to die in the name of the king for the greater good of the world?
Yeah, about that. I have other plans for you. Do you want to be free? Live a life of joy?
Yes.
Well, then meet your new admiral. Admiral Firebeard.
Firebeard's gonna be downing a whole flask of his own brew.
You watch as this, like, the smiles that these people have when you mentioned they would be free just kind of all shrink back down, and there's just these looks of, what the fuck?
Listen, just go with it, man.
You mean we're being recruited into the Navy? And it's about the time they look over to the ship next to them. And they look back to Firebeard. And back to the ship. Oh, worse.
You be free.
Firebeard's gonna just walk around scouting them all out.
They're just the most ragtag bunch of... These slaves are covered in scars and bruises, and they haven't been faring very well in the arena. The armor doesn't fit them right, the swords are rusted over, the bows that they have are like crudely held together where the string meets the wood.
I won't force you to fight, but under me you'll be free and you'll be rich.
Well, shit, anything's better than where we're at. Right, guys? Yeah.
That's what I was
yeah,
waiting
we're
for.
all... Yes, fuck it, let's do it. Yo ho, yo ho.
More pirates. Yay.
So, what do we do now?
That's
Well-
up to your admiral.
Yes.
Firebeard's just gonna point in the direction of all the drunk, sleepy pirates. And he's gonna walk off.
So, one quick question for you, Firebeard. What is your crew going to do while you guys make this push into the mountains?
I can build a bigger boat. Another boat.
That, I guess they also need to, I guess, somewhat train these slaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't seem very combat ready.
Hey, they're not slaves anymore.
These free men.
Train the I like
So-
that. Train the newbies and just kind of hold the ground here.
Yeah, they'll be left behind as a defense here and train the newbies. So, in order to set up for next week's session here, because it's hitting late, you guys get prepped up. You guys head out not quite at a few hours before sunrise. Try to get a little bit of cover of the night as you get going on your trip.
You know what? We'll do the ritual when he's asked to. If we want to do that
She
next
doesn't.
week, that's
She
fine.
doesn't approach you for that
Naked ritual?
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, alright.
yet.
Oh, I did
Yeah,
want to talk to my
Felix
mom,
understands that
but we
there
can
is
do that
more
next week.
important issues.
What did you want to talk to her about?
I wanted to I wanted her counsel on what to do with the prisoner and keep her around or to leave her. But if I'm fine.
You were-
Does the glowing fucking moonlight give like +9 to strength?
I told you what it did earlier.
What?
I told you what it did earlier, Cormon.
Boobies?
No, it gives you
No,
plus
it
one.
gave you a +1 to damage and your ability.
You had a plus
The
1 to
opposite of what
attack and
Why
damage.
didn't I fight that fucking guy then? Hang on,
attack,
where's my
not
fucking character?
abilities.
I'm gonna roll initiative right now. Do it. Nope,
Anyway.
nobody's going anywhere. I'm fucking Cormon's rolling initiative.
He'd
Oh,
go
well,
shot a
Okay,
fucking
guys,
arrow
I
at
gotta
me.
go to tonight. I'm going.
Yeah,
to bed.
yeah.
Good night.
Elrod,
Kovan.
Elrod, how did you not want to fight when a guy shot an arrow at my head that I caught? Come on.
Because if you piss him off, they won't help us anymore. We're in the middle of a war.
Yeah, he shot an arrow at me. All I did was talk shit. Come
Yeah,
on.
you talk shit, get hit, Koromon. That should be the one thing he understands.
Arrow, point. Shit
You're-
talking, mouth.
Your point,
Big fucking difference.
your fucking fist is basically a D8.
It's a D10. Let's be fucking honest here.
Anyway, please, missed.
No,
No,
it's
just
fine.
fucking
do.
do
You
it.
wanna, do you wanna? Yeah. Do you need me?
There's one obstacle I wanted to get out of the way tonight, so that we
Okay.
didn't have
Yeah,
to do
let's
it next
do it.
week.
Let's jump to that.
So we can do your mother's discussion afterwards, but you were instructed by Velitrius to take the prisoner with you.
Oh, perfect. Then he will.
You
He
guys
just want to talk to her.
head on under the cover of the early morning or early dawn, just before the sun is rising. And at this point, without Dorn's phantom horses and stuff, you guys don't really have an easy way to cross the water to the south. So your main option is up the cliffside.
That's all is the cliffside.
And we're wrapping this up with a small skills challenge. It is a massive cliffside, about 200 feet up.
Okay. Because I got 100 feet of magic rope.
You do. But it looks like this cliff in itself has had pythons and certain things driven into it so that the orcs of Lurik could move and trade between the two cities around them. So there are grips and stuff for you guys to grab. You just have to have the strength to make it up the mountain or the cliffside. So this is pretty quick because you have the aid of actual grips in the rock. The DCs aren't super hard. But I wanted to get this part out of the way so we could jump right into the story and what combat lies ahead next week.
Gotcha.
So you reach this massive mountain, you look up, and of course Cormon's like, huh, mountain.
I got it.
So who wants to go first?
All yours, Koromon. Want to show us how it's done?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna fucking.
Alright, athletics check.
Athletics. I got sums. Fuck.
Okay, you get up the first
I fall to my death.
third of the mountain relatively easy, using the pythons and everything that have been driven into this mountain pretty well.
Wait, which mountain?
Well, the cliffside. Over here.
First pink arrow.
Yeah. And it's only as you really start getting on up into the mountain that things become slightly strenuous, but for Cormon they shouldn't be an issue. Go ahead and roll another athletics check.
Still a little hungover from all the fucking drinking and partying.
Okay. You continued up the next third. You lose your grip on one of the pythons on the way up because they're
Nope,
so
nope, don't want,
so
don't want.
small in your mighty hands. But you grab into the mountain and or the cliffside. And you manage to pull yourself back up and continue on
You're
to
fire. You're a dwarf. Can you come up here and mind me some fucking hand grips?
Not that kind of dwarf.
begin your trek up the final third of the mountain, the cliffside. So roll
One
one
more
more.
third.
Yep.
One more third.
Oh.
Oh, that's more like it.
And in an effort to not look like he was struggling, Cormon just kind of plays off that last little
Backwards.
slip up.
I went up the last third backwards. Let's be honest.
He grabs one of the pythons, holds onto it tight, swings himself up, and then just does like this 180 flip and lands back with his back towards the rest of the cliff, looking down at you guys as he does just this massive, overdramatic pose of say, "Ha, I got up here."
Yeah, my metallic kilt just flew up too. So you got a view of something else. Just saying.
Oh boy.
So let's go ahead and do Kovan next so he can go to bed.
Okay. Athletics or what?
Yes, athletics.
Well, I'm still hanging upside down. I'm gonna grab the last third of anyone who comes up here and wants to reach out for my arm.
You're standing on the top.
Upside down. I'm standing on the top, upside down.
Well, you can aid them when they get to the last third by reaching over the side.
I can.
The magic rope doesn't add to the checks at all, does it? I don't think it does.
No, it just gives you a guaranteed method of climbing.
Right, gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Kovan donning his heavier armor and
Oh shit!
suffering from his current
Yeah, it's
illness.
-1, right?
Yes, it's. I put a -1 down all your skills.
Oh, cool.
He's kind of off to a rough start, but he barely kind of gets up to the first third of it. He's
I will literally climb down and -1 roll the fuck back up, and with Kovan on my fucking back. And
so
carry
Kovan,
him.
go ahead and roll your next one.
There we go. That's better.
Oh. Saying a slight prayer under your breath as you kind of trying to resolve yourself. You find a small bolster of energy, make it up the next third of the cliffside there with relative ease. Go ahead and roll one more, and Cormon, you can roll a not just a straight D20 to aid him as he comes up this
Fucking
last
A
third.
right.
It was the fear of having Cormon come down and have to get me.
No way, dude. I'm giving you lots of shitty advantage there.
I need just a straight D20,
Oof.
not an athletics.
Oh,
Kovan.
I needed it.
No,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Kovan got it. Wait,
Yeah, you
what?
gotta just.
Oh yeah.
Wait, why did it say Kovan? What did I roll? I rolled a D20.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's 2 up.
Oh, did I
three.
do 2 of them? I'm sorry.
No, the first one's what counts.
Yeah. My
So,
bad. No,
As Cormon reaches down, since he rolled below a 10, you just kind of bat his hand away and pull yourself up to the top.
the oil, I
Kovan
would
got
just.
this shit. Kovan got it. All right.
I would. The oil, I just slip off anyway.
All right. You got this, buddy.
I know.
So, I'm going to go ahead and describe what you guys are going to see at the top. Well, no, not. We can open with that next week. It'll be good.
The rest
So-
of us make our checks.
You're good, Kovan. You can head to bed, bud.
Thanks, man. Have a
You're
good one.
welcome.
Man,
Later.
good to have you.
Nice.
Well,
Who's next?
I'll go.
Bofa.
Be safe.
So, Alice,
Oh, I'll be fine, Elrod.
roll your first athletics check.
So tall.
Alright.
Oh, you're dead.
You start climbing up, and the very first pipe, and about half the way up, you go reaching for one of the pipes and just completely whiff it, and tumble back down the side of the the cliff there.
What could I roll to catch my friend?
12.
12 damage.
Maybe it's best I don't try to catch her.
I mean, do you want to?
Not if it's 12 damage. Would it reduce the damage?
No.
Aelith, you want me to climb down so you can ride up on my back?
I'll be fine, Koromon.
Are you alright, Aelith?
I'll be fine. I've suffered worse.
Alright, be more
She
careful.
stands up to sort of straightens out her back. Alright, take 2.
Be safe. He's clearly more worried than he was before now.
I rolled a 1 better.
I'm just saying, don't die.
Your poor little gypsy starts her way up again, and doesn't even gets a little bit farther this time before slipping again. Go ahead and roll roll another one to see if you can catch yourself this time.
Right. I have a better than 50% chance of rolling above a 10.
Oh,
And
shit.
I do.
This time, however,
I
she
just have
seems
to
to
remind the game of the statistics.
she seems to kind of catch herself and pulls herself on up to the second portion of the climb. So go ahead and roll
See,
another
Elrod?
athletics.
Everything's fine.
I give you a chance not to die from falling if you fail the first 2 right off the bat.
I'm just saying it's irresponsible of Koromon not to let little people fucking climb up on their own. Oh shit.
Boom.
Yeah. All right.
Me,
With-
my
and-
8 athletics, getting things done suddenly.
With
Yeah, because you're like 300 feet up and you're gonna die if you don't. Good for you.
With renewed vigor, Ayla starts making the climb. With relative ease as she gets to the final third of the mountain.
See now, Rod.
Hey, Aelith, remember that
Perfectly
time that you
fine.
fucking dropped and fell on your ass like 10 feet off the ground? That was funny.
As I look at the...
Yes, very funny. They call that in my business slapstick.
I mean, I laughed. It was good.
I'm glad you are amused. It's what I'm here for.
And your final athletics check.
Alright, does Koromon give me,
He can aid you with a d20.
is he going to?
Wait, what? Koromon thing?
She's
Yeah.
coming up the last third of it there.
Oh wait,
No.
no, you just said D20, not a.
Yeah, just
D20.
roll a d20.
Okay, you'll have a
Okay.
+2 to your roll.
Alright.
There you go.
Boom, and Aelith is up.
Didn't
Yeah,
even need
that's-
my help. Slap my hand away, be like, fuck off.
No, Aelith's gonna still accept it.
So, should be
when
noted that
she-
Aelith only fell from 20 feet up the first time.
Only 20. I would fucking literally, as a human being, die if I fell from fucking 20 feet up. Are you kidding me?
So once Aelith reaches the top, she's gonna just, like, curtsy at Koromon. I appreciate the help.
Yeah, spin around, Gypsy. That's fantastic. Keep him moving.
Then she's gonna, like, sort of, like, lean over the side of the cliff and shout down, I'm alright, Elrod!
Good.
Everything's fine!
You see his tiny little thumbs up.
Aelith
Alright.
gives him a double thumbs up from the top.
Oh my god.
Sora
Who's gonna flash the the OK symbol, the white power symbol?
Sora's going? Okay.
Yeah, we'll let her go.
Okay. So
Wait, is Sora not a fucking playable character though?
she's an NPC, but she travels with Wallace.
Can't he just fucking teleport her up with his weird black dice and shit?
Don't worry, she'll make it up pretty easily.
She is a dragon.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's a fucking like pit fighter, like super athletic pit fighter kid. Uh-oh, nope, she dead.
Roll. So she gets to the second portion and loses her grip.
You know, she fell 40
There's, like-
fucking feet.
Isn't there, like, grips, like different, like, rest points, platforms, you know what I mean?
Just
I-
climb
No,
on the third phase.
These are orcs. They just climbed.
So, acrobatics?
You can roll. You can roll one more to try to grab the. To have her try to. No, it's athletics. To try to grab a python on the way down without falling all the way.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Oh no. Is this how Sora dies?
So.
A little bit. 40
Sora-
fucking feet. Yeah, she hurt.
Oh no, it's only more than 40.
Many heroes
It's a
have
200
died
foot
from
high
cliffs.
up. It's 200 feet overall. Sora
So that's
can
like
roll
66 feet,
the
right?
last thing she has is she can roll acrobatics to try to reduce the damage she takes.
Oh, I didn't get that
Damage.
option.
You were only
Ooh,
falling.
right.
You weren't falling as far.
Fair enough.
You didn't have time to react to falling.
You fell like 10 feet on.
20.
20. It's 10 damage. It's 1d10 for every 10 feet. Is she trained? I'm sorry. Is she trained in acrobatics?
I don't have her character sheet, so.
You should in your thing.
Hold on.
She should be under NPCs. Oh, she may not be. Hold on.
Her acrobatics is 8.
Is she trained in it?
No.
No. Oh, then she can't do that roll.
Oh, she dead. Bye. Did Koromon jump off of the fucking ledge, catch her, and then catch a ledge? I'll roll fucking whatever the fuck. Come on, you've seen Mission Impossible. It happens.
It's so hard, you break physics. You fall faster than her.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's
I
fucking
mean-
aerodynamics.
I mean, if she increases her air resistance and Koromon decreases his, it's possible.
It's hard with his size.
Oh shit.
What the fuck roll was that?
I think Sora should probably just stay behind.
How about I climb up with Sora on my back? Is she dead?
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to now because her legs are shattered.
Anyone want to be a new captain?
Ooh.
So Sora,
Not dead yet.
losing her grip, goes plummeting down from halfway up the cliffside. Landing roughly, she breaks a leg and an arm.
Ooh. Ooh. Sora, no, don't do that.
It has a nice protrusion in her skull.
For fuck's sake, protrusion in her skull?
She landed with 20 HP left. She got pretty fucked up.
22.
22
value.
HP.
Oh my goodness.
Golan's already up at the top. He doesn't know what the fuck
Yeah.
happened.
Kovan's at the top.
So we're gonna take her back, and she can go back and stay back and heal.
And Zilzira's the only one who can heal her right now.
Cormon's literally hanging off the fucking ledge ready to catch.
Is there anything you can do for her, Zolzira?
I can try.
If you wouldn't mind. It may be best if she stays now.
Or Cormon can literally fucking jump the fuck down and
They
carry
did
somebody
that
up.
Well, you know what they do if horses that break their legs.
Oh, come on, Dorn.
Dawn.
He's just
Kalis
mad
is
because
gonna look away.
he's just mad because she didn't carry Rix off that fucking time.
Yep.
She gets healed enough to be over bloodied, so I'm gonna say the magic is enough to mend the break, so she's still gonna be in rough shape from just the sheer amount of damage she took at once.
Yeah, and then Dorn comes over and kicks her for one on the fucking ground. Fuck you. Do it.
So I'm gonna leave it up to Wallace if she decides to try to tag along still.
So why don't you just go back and rest and watch the men, since you are a captain now. Well, she technically doesn't know that yet, so I'm just gonna tell her, why don't you just go back and rest? Because she doesn't know I want to put her role in.
By the way, you've been promoted.
Thank you. I didn't really want to go anyways. And she's going to limp her way back to camp. Who's next?
Yeah, who's next?
Well,
Holy
since I'm already on a streak, might as well keep going.
That,
There you go, Wallace. Do it.
that
Oh,
10d10
okay.
could have killed her. Well, not killed her, it would have knocked her out. Alright, Wallace, roll your athletics.
Dead.
Goddamn blank dice.
That little bit of unrevealed ground just south of Lurek bothers me so much. Just that little black square.
Wallace is literally
Why
the
is it-
size of
why
my
is it going
fucking
on a
jockstrap.
sword?
Can I not fucking carry him up the fucking hill?
You have to climb all the way back down first.
Yep, doing it. What do I gotta roll? Fucking athletics? Let's do it.
You gotta athletics your way back down.
Yep, athletics in my fucking... Like, Wallace is literally on the border of dying every single time.
No, he's
My
not.
God.
I've never come close to dying. What are you
16?
talking about?
16? What do you have to roll to fall off? 15?
That's a secret.
Yeah, that's a fucking secret.
Yeah, it's a 15 for the first one because Aelith failed on a 14 and then got back
Yeah.
up. So Wallace, you make it halfway up the mountain. Roll your final one. You can have Cormon aid you. Even with an aid, that's not going to be enough, so roll another one to try to catch yourself. Because
What are we
an
past
8 only gives you a +2, so... Okay, so Wallace is able to catch himself a few feet down the mountain.
Does my 17 help at all?
It gives him a +2 to the one that he failed, and yeah, aiding is only a +2 per person.
Oh.
Up to 8. You didn't take it. You caught yourself.
So roll again.
Yes.
Oof. Ooh, it's so close.
+2.
Roll your 8 again, Cormon.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Gonna do it. I want you to live. I want you to live. Oh, you're gonna live.
You grab him just as he's losing his grip. You
You're
reach
gonna
out.
fucking live, you little midget.
Shh, snag him by the wrist and just, not today.
Not after fucking Sora just literally shattered her fucking legs. Oof.
What?
I was literally effed in the ass because apparently that last one's a 25.
Jesus fucking
I,
Christ.
my athletics is only an 8.
Yeah,
Like,
no, next time, right up on
My athletics
Coromon's
was an
fucking
8.
shoulders, for
Yeah.
Christ's sakes.
You guys let the
Holy shit!
strongest man in the party go first.
How did you not let me pull a fucking Andre the Giant and carry like 3 or 4 people up on my
because
fucking
you were
boot?
so eager.
Oh, hold on. I'm the strongest one in the party.
Nobody offered to ride you up. You didn't offer to carry anybody up. You just went up the mountain.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Lord is gonna
Firebeard.
stop you.
what's your fucking athletics and or other things?
My athletics is 17.
Nope, when you there.
What?
Oh, I fucking I do a triple backflip over your fucking athletics check.
Is it yours
I was talking about
19?
strength.
No, you weren't. You fucking liar.
I was talking about strength. I said I was the strongest.
What's your athletics, you fucking monkey? Come on.
17.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Mine's 15.
Oh my god.
Mine's 8.
Who's first?
Mine is 7. Oh, Jesus.
Mine is the winning of the entire party. 19.
Are you going back down?
No, I just fucking caught Wallace. He's saved. He's up at the fucking top now, right?
Yeah, that's what the 16 was for.
Oh, yeah, you can
Who
carry
the
him up
fuck
now.
else is? Yeah, who else do I need to carry up?
I don't know. We've
Bretta?
got Elrod,
Uh,
Zazira, Bretta,
Seven?
and
Oh,
Dorn.
Elrod's got it. Elrod's the fucking. I wouldn't dare fucking.
And Firebeard.
Oh, fuck you, Firebeard.
Yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
now
Let
I
me see
would
if
not.
I can go
I
up.
would. Maybe Bretta. Bretta could have very well fucking hit herself in my loincloth and fucking carried herself up that point.
You'd like that, wouldn't
God, Dorn's
I would not dare insult Elrod, and fuck Dorn and fuck Firebird. They can carry themselves up.
Dorn learned duplicity right there for a second.
I feel your hate.
So who's going next?
Me.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Pretty sure. If not, I think Corman can carry us from down here.
Don't let gravity fucking break your shit in half.
The good news is she's trained in acrobatics.
Maybe it is good that I
Oh.
stay down here in case I need to carry an
You
heavy.
want
So-
me to do athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics. Acrobatics is for if you do fuck up. Bretta grabs like the first few titans and just
Oh god, you're dead. You're fucking
she can't even get going.
Nope. All right, I'm gonna fucking climb down and carry up Brita.
Uh,
I'm gonna fucking have it.
All right,
Wait,
just
let me try
I mean,
again.
I could. I still need to go up.
okay.
Yep.
Getting down is
I'm
a lot
down.
easier, so you're gonna just go right down.
Literally, I do
you can, like,
3
repel.
backflips all the way the fuck down.
So
You could repel like fucking G.I. Joe.
Cormon scoops up Bretta and has to begin the climb again with the slightly higher checks because he's carrying somebody.
Oh fuck, we're dead.
How?
No.
Okay, hold on. How are you holding on to Cormon?
She's holding onto my dick, obviously, and that's why we fell. I mean, at this point, it's a 1.
I am like.
Let's make it the
holding
most worst fucking possible way possible.
I'm like hugging his head and his
Yeah.
shoulders.
Okay.
Literally covering my eyes. At this point, I can't even fucking see.
So
On my head.
even
She
though
puts
you
her
rolled
hands over his eyes because she's panicking.
Yeah.
even though you rolled a
Sorry.
negative or a natural 1, you did beat the DC. So I'm gonna say that as you start climbing, Bretta like starts panicking and wraps herself around you too tight, and you just kind of have to like hop off.
Can't see, cannot see.
You kind of hop
sorry,
back down
sorry,
for a
sorry,
second,
sorry.
so you can try climbing again after she calms down.
Listen. Just here's like a fucking baby swaddle. I'm gonna fucking wrap you up in an ergo baby swaddle.
Are you
So
going
you-
to put her in a
I've got more
papoose?
rope if you need
Yeah,
it.
literally in a fucking
So,
ergo carrier. So
you watch as-
cannot fucking blind me.
Cormon like gets upset, like goes over to Zazira, rips the cloak for the robe off of her, makes this swaddle like thing,
Yep.
and attaches it to the harness that he wears, and then sticks Bretta in it,
Yeah, you're wrapped
And
up
then-
like a baby burrito, right?
and then
Feels racist.
and then spins her around to his back.
I offered you rope.
Yep.
Okay.
Would you like a
Difficult to
spare
breathe.
set of
Boom.
clothes?
First one. No issue.
Yep. Difficult to breathe, but we're climbing.
Brenda, all you have are your eyes like poking out, and unfortunately, after he spun you around, you're like looking down the entire time.
Fuck.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have use of both hands, so.
Bam! We're up.
Boom, you're up.
Zilzira, would you like? I have some spare clothes.
Wait.
Or-
I want Elrod to disrobe, clothe Zelzira, so he has to climb up naked.
Let me finish. Did he rip it off so it's like a mini skirt, like half thing
Yes.
now, or is it gone?
No, he pulled it off of her and used the whole thing.
Oh, he didn't rip it. He just
No,
used it as a swaddle.
Yeah, used it as a swaddle.
Would you like a shirt or something to throw on?
She just shrugs and starts climbing.
He looks away. Okay, great, awesome.
What is with the this character she's not rolling now?
She just starts climbing up right next to him, and he's like, "Ah, butt! My eyes."
Are you climbing up beside her?
Yeah, I'd say he was about to climb up when she did that, so he'll go up.
Okay. Roll, but you have a penalty because you're distracted by Zelzira.
I am a faithful man, thank you.
You're an idiot when it comes to naked women, though.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Why are y'all's character sheets working, but the one I'm doing...
Killed
God.
Elrond over meme.
Oh god, Elrod's dead. He just died.
You're
No, I'd say he barely gets up, and there's literally a butt in his face. He's like, "Fuck this," and let's go
It's
to
like,
fall like 5 feet.
Zelzira, I can't see. Can you get your snatch out of my face, please?
Oh, if you made it all the way up, you just jumped off 30, 40 feet.
Oh, I wouldn't have made it all the way up. I rolled an 18. You would have got like half, like
The
maybe
DC's
10.
the DC's 15.
Oh, never mind. He's not gonna yeet 40 feet in the air. All right, again.
Yes.
It's like a huge delay in rolling now.
Oh yeah, they're the sheets are acting up. She's looking a little tired. She's just barely above you at this point, and you're distracted. And the fact that you can't really get past her, I need you to roll to keep your grip.
He has to roll a charisma check if he's gonna fuck
Another
Well-
with
athletics.
Because with the penalty, he fails the check.
Another
Yes.
athletics.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're dead.
Roll.
ND10 for damage.
Roll
And then
endurance.
Cormon climbs down again and fucking carries up.
Roll endurance.
Oh shit.
After nearly falling the first time, you find it in yourself to quit staring up at the naked elf above you, and you do manage to grab that.
Oh
That
god, he's
tightened at
inherited
the
this
last
bonus
second.
thing for elves.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Cormon's like, holy shit, I'm a man now.
And
God
upon
damn.
seeing that, Zelzir kind of looks down and goes, "Maybe you should go past me."
That might be. Yeah. Yes. Please.
Elrod, what's wrong? Did your dick get hard or something?
There's a butt in my face.
All right, roll your last one.
Okay, yeah, I can kind of understand that one. All right. Oh shit.
Roll athletics to catch
Elrond,
yourself.
don't give me anything I'll have to tell Elvira about.
Oh thank God.
You catch yourself. So roll.
He's fallen twice.
Well, hold on. Cormon, you aid him on that last check.
Oh yeah, I gotta give him
The-
the fucking roll, right?
Roll the d20.
Wait, a 30 is a fail?
No, on the 24.
He's got it. He don't got it.
Nope. So Elrod slips just fast enough that Cormon can't quite grab him. So now you've cut yourself. So roll the next one to climb
Below
up.
my grasp.
Yeah.
Elrod,
So
do you want me to climb down and carry you?
you can roll to aid him again, Cormon.
Just give me a hand. A less oily one, please.
There we
Okay. I wiped the oil off this time, for fuck's sake.
You got it. Barely.
Yeah,
With
barely. Barely. It was literally. Have you ever seen Cliffhanger with fucking Sylvester Stallone? I
Cliffhanger.
literally grabbed your fucking arm.
Oh,
Okay. And then Zilzira.
There's a butt on my face.
She gets up with no issue. So that leaves Dorn, Firebeard, and yeah, that's it.
Elrod,
Wait,
Elrod,
Corman,
Elrod, this is us right here. This is us in the video.
Corman, please untie.
I'm
Give her the rope back.
I'm literally this strong. I am literally this strong, and I caught you.
I believe you. Just
I'm
give
just
her
saying.
the rope back.
So
Hang
Dorn,
on, I gotta do 3 bicep curls with you on my arm, and then I'll give her the robe back.
Fine.
Dorn and Firebeard, you guys going up together or one after the other?
You want a piggyback?
You should probably go below me in case I drop.
Aye.
All right, Dorn first. This is the other one I was looking forward to having to do this.
Okay, so somebody already went up there and has the rope and all the pythons in place.
The Pythons have been in place. They've left behind from the orcs. Did you use your rope?
Yes, I've been using. I assumed it was part of the setup.
No, the Pythons were already in place.
Oh. Yeah, because I've got my own rope, but I mean, if
Well,
somebody's already...
I can
No.
tie the magic rope to a tree, and so like the second 100 feet are a little easier.
Well, if you tie it to a tree, it'd be about 75 feet that it covers by the time it falls over the side and everything. So it would aid on the last third of it.
So if I wanted to aid on 50 of it, could like Corman and I hold it?
Yeah.
Would it yeet us off if something happens? If there's lots of us?
If you fail your checks.
I got all the checks. What do I got to roll?
Dorn, roll your athletics.
Yeah, sell me on this.
I'm just gonna start fucking
Come
climbing.
on.
If they're struggling, I'll throw it down.
Oh, look at
Boom.
this fucking guy.
Dorn just starts scaling the mountain like the cliffside like it's nothing. Roll your second one.
Yeah.
To be able to return to Umbra.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Umbra.
One. Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
He's still going, but he's looking a little tired. Now he's to the point where you guys can aid him, up to 4 of you. Because I know Elrod's gonna be like, no, I gotta help too.
I can lightning lure him if he gets close enough.
Bob, help.
I'll also help him.
Coromon gives you a small amount of help too, you giant
Grab my
pussy.
buttocks, Bob.
So
Yeah.
you get Bob.
Bob
you
is
got
definitely on the buttocks.
Coromon,
I'm not on the buttocks.
and you got Elrod, so you got a +6.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
25. He's got
25,
it.
you got it.
It was exactly enough.
Yep, exactly.
So
We like
you-
grab one of your. We
you-
each grab an arm and just yank
And
you
Bob
up.
fully grasped both butt cheeks. He was fully on fucking
So-
on point.
You both reach down and grab one of Dorn's arms as he starts looking worn, tired from the climb, and you see
Get
underneath
up
him
here, you giant pussy.
the skull of Bob is like pushing up into his ass.
As is tradition.
Look, what happens on a Thursday happens on a Thursday.
All right, that leaves Firebeard
Fuck
and,
you, this is a mountain, let's get the fuck up here.
and Umbra actually.
Umbra's a tiefling, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
unseen
she's
aid,
dead.
not seen aid.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Firebird's not gonna have any problem up here. He's a fucking...
Right, Firebeard makes his way up the first third. Makes it up the second third.
I'm gonna start throwing things at Firebird to try to fuck with him. What do I need to roll to fucking interfere with?
Please don't.
Dexterity attacks.
Yep, I'm gonna fuck.
Okay.
And the final
Do I need to
one,
roll anything for that?
he rolled intimidate.
No.
Oh, you
Okay.
dead pussy! You just
Okay.
died.
I'm not okay. This is on the final third, so I'm not gonna let Firebeard make the check because you rolled a natural 1. Coromon or Elrod, one of you can make an athletics check.
Oh, of course I'm gonna catch him. I was just fucking with him.
No, it's okay. I got an idea. Let me do it.
I don't want your butt skull.
Yep.
If it's
No butt
or-
skulls. No butt
No,
skulls.
I need a natural athletics check.
If it's or, I think Cormon should do it. Just mathematically.
Yeah, it's or.
Grab him quick! Your arms are longer than Elrod's.
Yep. They are.
Your arms are the length of Elrod.
Oh my god.
You walk on your knuckles.
That's what she said.
So Firebeard, as you get up to the very near the top, you lose your grip, and you start bumping off the pythons on your way down. As before you feel somebody grab like the back of your weird.
I grab
mohawk.
him by the beard. I grab him by the beard.
Don't do that.
I don't grab him by the beard.
I was gonna say, you grab him by the beard, you're gonna have a Hydra biting you.
There's a Hydra.
It fucking the beard bit me.
You actually grab him by the hilt of his axe as he's falling.
Oh, Jesus.
You did hit some of the cliff face. Just because of the natural.
Oh my god.
Oh no, what?
Oh my god.
Ow.
Smacked himself in the face.
Yeah, pretty much. As Koromon grabs you, you go slamming into the side of the cliff. But you get pulled up to safety.
Is that just 20 damage? Or...
Yeah, just 20 damage. Could you imagine had that been like the 15
No,
d20s I had lined up? D10s?
No, it's actually you multiply the second value by the first value.
No, that's, yeah. Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Alright, Firebeard's
That's
dead.
5e.
Firebear needs new undies.
I'm just curious now. Firebeard would have lived.
Ooh.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
He would have lived. Barely.
Alright,
Elrond
not...
could have barely lived.
Oh boy.
Oh, I mean,
Aleph actually could have survived
there's
that.
a 1, a
Barely.
2, a 2, a 2, a 2.
Ooh.
Okay, so that leaves Umbra.
She's fine.
What are you rolling for, Beardfire?
That's Firebear.
No, I was just
Oh.
doing beard fire.
He just flew
He's
up
got-
beside
he's
you.
got-
Flap, flap.
I know, but he has 5 athletics, so just wanted to see.
It's a fucking bird, man.
Yeah, well, he is pride.
You guys kind of see Umbra looking around like, oh, shit, I'm the last one.
We believe in you.
She makes the first one.
You should steal the pythons on the way up.
You weird evil demon, do you want some help? Oh, yep, you're dead.
Not a demon.
She goes to try to catch herself.
Probably evil.
And nope.
Oh, she's dead. How much damage?
think
Oh,
Dorn is losing his big spoon.
But she is a rogue. And she has training
Dorn!
in acrobatics.
Dorn, go climb down and save her or something.
She tumbles off part of the cliff face, and as she nears the bottom of that last bump, she kind of pushes herself off of it and lands on her feet. She only takes 15 damage.
Ooh. You want some oily muscle man help?
hey, big guy, why don't you climb your big ass down there and actually help the lady, or else I'll blow you off the mountain.
I mean, I'll do it for the lady, Dorn. You don't scare me one goddamn bit. Not gonna lie.
Have you given Zilzira back her robe at this point?
And I'm dead.
Because Elrod will take it off you before
Yes,
you go
yes,
down.
of course I'm giving her
Okay.
fucking back the robe.
You just never said.
So you roll a second one, Cortmon, because you. This is like your third time down the mountain. Or on the side of the cliff.
Yeah. Backward.
Boom, you get on down. Ah, a gentleman. Carry me on up.
Hey, Dorn! Dorn, this is what a gentleman looks like, you douchebag!
She jumps on your back, wraps her arms around your neck, and as you say douchebag, she just squeezes you slightly around the neck. But you make it the first third.
Oh, this is gonna get fucking tricky.
You make it the second third.
Not if you roll fucking 34.
She is a lot heavier than Bretta is too.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Elrond, aid! Elrond, aid!
I can
Aid
roll,
me! Aid
I can roll
me!
to 8 as long as it doesn't eat me off.
Aid.
I need some
If I
aid!
rolled it, nothing's happening.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
Nope. You gotta
Right.
roll.
What?
Oh,
No, well, I mean, you did roll a 10.
it was a 10.
So you reach out to grab at Koromon and try to help
it's
him
like
up,
fucking cliffhanger, man.
but he's got the entire weight of a tiefling on his back.
Well, it's 25, man. What do I need? 27?
He's within
Well-
grabbing distance.
25 is the baseline when you're not carrying somebody. What is that?
Wallace, do not hit me with a fucking
I-
spear fucking
I
lantern.
threw a javelin in the side of the mountain so you can
Oh
stay
my
in.
God.
Wait, no.
It's actually okay.
Better idea. He's within grabbing
Actually,
distance, so he's within 15
I
feet.
have a really, really dumb idea.
Oh,
better
here
one.
we go.
don't worry, I'm helping.
Lightning lure.
My
Lightning.
God.
I was okay. This is smarter than what I was going to
No,
do.
go ahead.
Why are you fucks casting spells at me?
Go ahead and
Get
do.
your ass up here!
Hold on. Go ahead and do your thing too, Aelith.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Just gonna give him a 19.
So okay,
19 plus his athletics.
You blew the
what's
tail.
your athletics bonus, Cormon?
A lot and a fucking lot. It's like 19.
I can look at
Hang
your
on.
roll.
I know.
7, 5, and 3.
So
Athletics is
15.
19.
Yeah, 19.
So
Oh, that's
can I
Elrod's.
can I like narratively describe this? Am I doing this before or after Cormac falls?
I've got this. Don't worry. So
Okay.
Oh, listen to this guy.
Cormon, with the weight of Umbra on his back, goes to reach for those last few pythons, and you just watch as the weight finally catches him. And then you see Elrod reach out to try to grab an arm, and Elrod starts slipping with him. Aelith pipes up, strums a quick, or plays a quick few notes on her instrument, and you watch Cormon right as Elrod lets go and fires a bolt of lightning at him, and then suddenly wind comes flying up underneath him because of Dorn, and a javelin comes impaling itself underneath his feet. So Cormon lands on this javelin that fades after just a second of him hitting it. Gets
Yeah, no, I'm yelling at all you magic casting assholes.
and then lightning wraps around his wrist, and wind comes pushing him up in the air as he literally had just grabbed a python again because of the Aelith buff. And you watch as he goes jerked like 3 different directions and swings back around the python, and then ends up on the cliffside.
Oh god.
But
So Aelith just sort of like lightly strums her instrument, like
okay, she held on.
just yeah, Aelith just sort of lightly strums her instrument as all of this is happening.
Oh, it's like prone on the ground. Okay.
Huh? What? Did something happen?
Religion.
Cormon nearly fell right there. That's what happened.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
notice.
That was
Cormon
the
just
crack
got
of
religious.
thunder you heard. That was me.
Crack of thunder?
He cast lightning lure at
So-
fucking a stick.
Oh,
Really?
I
I thought
know.
it was the
I
wind.
know.
What's the religion check for?
Hail Satan! Fucking no.
What are the religion checks for, Wallace?
Huh?
What's the religion check
Exactly. I don't know. This
I was
fucking
just praying-
almost fell
I
off a
was just
cliff. I
praying-
just thought I got
for? Keeps
I was
praying.
afraid they all make it.
Everybody made it. So as you guys get to this final mountain cliff, and I'll describe
true.
this.
Yeah,
Sword
it's
didn't
not
make it.
true.
Sword
Sword
didn't
didn't make it.
You guys get up this final mountain portion of the mountain, make your way inland here, past where you guys had your raid, and you see that near where the tower was, just in this massive open field, is just bodies everywhere. Orcish bodies, human bodies, elven bodies, some dwarven bodies, everything. But there's one thing that stands out in particular, and it's this massive pike that's been driven into the ground right near the totem, where the totem once was. And upon it sits this pale-skinned head, with parts of the neck guts just still hanging out,
Oh no.
with black hair and reddish-looking. Well, you can't see the eyes are closed.
Oh, he's not laughing anymore.
Dead, Lotrick.
He's dead. He was already
Wait.
dead, but now he's dead.
Lothric had red hair?
No, it was
No, he had red
black.
eyes.
Red eyes, black hair.
Isn't that the fucking dude that we shit punched like 1,000 years ago?
Low trick is my
That's
death.
Lothic.
Oh, come on, you guys.
Blame Elrond for the name.
Yep, it's Elrod's fault.
A little bit.
And
I
as
had
you
him as
guys-
a name before we knew Lothic's name. Shush.
Wait, so who is Lothric?
He was my alt. He was yeah. We basically made a side campaign just to run for fun and work out some custom classes, and he was the definitely not the Elrod, but he was the creepy Death Knight dude of the group. He was the Wolverine.
Oh, okay. But he
I
was
want
not
to
a bad...
suck your blood.
Yeah.
Settle down, Born, with your sucking. Yeah, so we're still not happy that some dude's head's on fucking Pike.
No, because as you guys are wondering this, you just see members of the militia that was sent out here. You step over an Altaran body wearing monk-looking robes with a nice scimitar that's just got a layer of water over it that seems to just ripple with every step nearby.
That's
A teeny!
And just
No.
a little farther in, more surrounded by more red bodies than he is any of his allies, is a black orc.
Well, Koromon's new friend is going to be really, really angry.
And then somewhere in the mixture, you see there's like this spot, and it's like an explosion happens somewhere, and there just seems to be a pair of like gremlin, goblin-looking ears.
Of course,
Aw.
he blew himself up. That's
Well,
the only way that character would have ever gone out.
I'm not going to let them have the honor. I'll do it myself.
fucking Dobby? What the fuck just happened?
Meek.
There was a goblin, gremlin type character that was playtesting as the pyrotechnic inventor path that I designed, and so
I named him Meeseeks.
he blew himself up.
Oh no.
Mystics. Oh god.
I mean, he could have at least been my fucking pyrotechnics man for my entrance music.
Two big oh no's. Meeseeks had Elrod's pinky, and Lotrick had what's his name's heart. Oh no.
Well, maybe if he checks the body.
Yeah, I will, but I'll let Miss keep talking. Sorry.
The final thing that somebody kind of stumbles upon, it can be any of y'all, is a crude-looking flintlock pistol.
Ooh.
Jesse.
A pistol.
Jesse.
I'm totally going to pick that up because I've been meaning to buy one.
Dead too.
Moon's haunted.
It's haunted.
As you guys inspect the area and kind of survey and look for people that you might know, in particular, a certain someone, there seems to be no sign of a particular red-headed girl amongst the corpses.
This is a good sign, isn't it? I mean, not all of the dead bodies, but Elrod, there's no sign of Elvira.
Yes,
This is gonna end just like Mario.
I suppose that's
I'll
good.
fight the last orc. Elrod's gonna jump over him. The bridge will collapse.
How fresh are these dead bodies?
They're relatively fresh. They're not like...
Can we eat them?
No, that's not what I was gonna ask. I want to be like, have they been up here for a fucking week, or have they been up here for a day?
Guys, I need to
a couple
go.
days
Okay.
at most.
It's okay.
I'm gonna reach down into the fucking blood that is pooling on the ground from these dead bodies, take a nice big handful of it, and wipe it across my brow like fucking Furiosa. You have a nice big fucking blood mask, because now I'm fucking pissed. Koromon is mad. Mad Koromon does not like what the fuck is going on.
And so, as we wrap up the session here, you guys make your way through that field after some time, saying whatever prayers and everything that you need to do along the way.
Prayers of blood on my fist.
I will
That's
pray
what's
to-
happening.
And you
I will pray to
enter
Krellin.
this area here where Cormon actually is. This is where these trees kind of meet again, and you see two orcish watchtowers off in the distance. One of them with the roof collapsed in, and that would be this one right here.
Can I throw fucking Wallace to that? Can I throw him that far?
I'd like to add some flavor that the head on the stick has this expression on it.
You.
No, because you guys are seeing this from a distance.
So
There's orcish bodies, elfish bodies, all littering the path here. It seems.
Am I able to gather any magical components from the bodies easily without desk?
You creepy fuck, Doran.
Some hair, some
Can I
skin,
go now?
nails.
I need to go
Yeah, you
now.
can go. You can go.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine. It's
okay.
out. We're done.
night.
Just making
All
sure.
right.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I need to go lay down.
It's okay.
Go lay down. Dorn is creepy.
Later,
Yes.
Biddy.
Good luck, Dorn.
I will.
See ya.
Elrod,
Peace.
Do I find any weird-looking digits that should be attached?
I will,
please,
Fuck's sake, Dorn.
I will
We
still
find
be
some-
on Discord, but I will be in bed, so... Good
Okay.
night.
Good
Later.
night. You find some fingers, some ears, some other objects.
What about fingers with little tiny hands and feet?
Oh, come on.
That's really specific.
Elrod's finger.
As you're rummaging and searching, oh my god! I just realized what you rolled. Um,
Red's finger.
Yeah.
you're kind of searching over the bodies, and when you get over to where the little crater is with the gremlin ears, there's a knapsack that's fallen over, and you hear this little rattling noise. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
Evildoer.
I'm gonna kind of lean in there and pull.
You pull out this jar with a few holes poked on the top, crudely, like they weren't sure if it actually needed air or not, and inside is this tip of a pinky wielding with tiny little arms, tiny little legs, and it's wielding what is pretty much a metal toothpick.
What?
Huh.
Again, from the
Alright.
side campaign. Looks like an elven finger.
Hey, little guy.
Fuck you!
What are you talking
Okay, I guess
to?
you're staying in the little container.
Is Dorn talking about his dick right now?
Dawn, what are you talking to over there?
I must
Nothing.
find
Go away.
and complete my quest. I
Yeah,
cannot-
Dorn's definitely talking about his dick right now.
What's your quest there?
I cannot be regrown until the one whose body I am tied to is gone.
Oh no.
Then who's that?
Huh?
Elrod Phelan!
Oh,
Hearing Dorn cackle maniacally, Elrod's coming over. What's wrong?
I think I found a friend of ours.
oh, Dorn definitely does not tell Elrod a goddamn thing of what he just fucking heard.
Oh no, Elrod recognized his own finger.
Shit, he does. Roll something for that fucking shit.
It's my finger! He's been
Finders,
distracted.
keepers.
And Dorn is hiding that with expert knowledge right now.
Is he letting me see it?
Fuck no, he's not.
I'm not asking you, Dorn.
Well, he's not making it visible for you.
He's coming out. He came over. He's
Look what
coming
I
over.
found.
Dorn, you're hiding that fucking finger.
What's that? What?
Is that my finger?
Your finger,
Apparently
what?
it knows you.
Yeah!
Isn't that right, little?
Your fucking weird pinky finger is speaking your name, dude. That's fucking weird.
I challenge you to combat to the death!
There we go. All right. I like this pinky finger.
And you hear it
He looks
tinking on
down
the
at his
glass with
hand.
its little sword.
He looks down at the stub of the finger he's missing on his left hand, or the pinky. What? I thought you would destroy. Why am I talking to?
Fuck you!
Dawn.
Already more intelligent than the original.
Thanks, Dawn. Do you know anything about this?
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, I just shoved my pinky through. We didn't know it was a portal, but it was a.
Dorn, this pinky finger is the new fucking leader of this group.
I may or may not have touched a portal to some dark realm with my pinky back when I was but a boy.
And
That's how you lost your finger?
It was. Look, there were illithids or something attacking the town. This fucking up at Swamp Gate. I didn't understand the magic. I thought it could be disrupted.
Did Elrod get to third base with the Medusa?
No, that was Tellus. So I poked it, and my finger was disintegrated.
Or so you thought.
Or so I thought.
And now your finger's talking to us? What?
It's issuing death threats.
Oh.
He's issuing death threats.
Let me at
It
him!
looks...
So you think to become whole again you need to kill me?
Elrod, kill the finger. Do it. I want to see you guys fight. Do you want to
I-
arm wrestle? Kovan, get over here. Let them arm wrestle on your fucking chest plate. Let's do it.
If I kill it, does my finger come back?
You have
I mean,
no idea.
yeah, yeah.
He's
Clearly.
just like thinking out loud and scratching his chin.
Hey, it's the one.
Hey, what makes you think I'm
party
gonna
that
let you kill my new
virus
finger friend?
Sound logic.
I mean, you can keep. No, wait. You were the one who said never give people pieces of you or blood or something.
Exactly, and you didn't give it to me. I found it.
I didn't even know it existed.
Elrod, technically that's Doran's finger now. Just saying. You should
Yes.
fight him for it.
Possessions 9
He looks at his
tenths of
hand.
a-
Looks at the finger. Looks at Dorn. Looks at his sword.
I mean, how much you want that pinky?
Quiet down, little guy. And he starts flicking the glass. Ding, 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 ding.
Now fuck you! Bing, 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 bing.
There'll be evil to it.
Orin, that Pinky wants to fuck you up, man.
I will murder you in your sleep.
Oh my. I don't.
You
It's an
watch.
angry Pinky.
You watch as it like flips its sword in a similar manner that Elrod does, and this little jolt of lightning goes and hits the lid.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And
Elrod, I didn't realize you were that angry, man.
it doesn't seem to happen. Nothing seems to happen.
It has magic. It has my magic. Wow. Okay.
PK
Dawn,
lightning.
Dawn, let me just say, if I found your pinky in a jar that still had a shard of your own magic in it, I would give it back to you and or destroy it.
You're absolutely right, Elrod. You would give it back to me.
I'm hoping you'd do the same with the mission we're undertaking, yes?
Elrod, how much do you and Dorn share in common?
Well, clearly we care about the greater good and not having something to do dark magic on our friends with.
Oh,
Yeah, obviously you haven't been paying the fuck attention at all.
What if I still have the token?
Oh my god, the little hand-drawn token.
I do.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes!
Oh god. It's fucking Mr. Hat.
It really is.
Fucking the Christmas poo right there.
I
Jesus
love it.
Christ. Mr.
Oh,
Hank,
the fingernail is like its brow is wonderful.
We could trade for it someday.
I mean, fuck that Dorn guy, but he got that weird finger fair and square and bones.
I'm not disputing that. Dawn, would you...
Now to make it
trade
actual
for some-
size.
Okay, fine. I'll stop being a smartass for a little bit. What do you plan on doing with it, Elrod? Are you just gonna put it in your bag to get lost?
Well, I was going to go to a temple and hopefully get it reattached. I'd like my hand back in one piece.
Fuck you!
Disenchanted, I guess, and then
Yeah, I think
put back in my hand.
I would like that. A hand that has no mind. A pinky that has no...
I have another hand.
I mean, unless a portal comes along, in which case we're gonna have another.
Yeah.
Look, don't put it in your bag. Do you really want to risk breaking the glass and having this thing escape?
No, I'm not going to take it and put it... Yeah.
Ooh, let's puncture it and put it around your neck.
Put
Be a
it-
war
Put it
symbol.
in Brenda's multiple bags of many things. bags of
That
whole
seems like
thing.
a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'll put it with my magical components. I don't think this thing actually needs to breathe. It looks to be more of an abomination of what it was.
Yeah. Just try not to... Please don't hex me or something. I'm kind of... I don't think you would. I know they say nasty things about you. I don't believe them, but don't abuse my trust, please.
Hey, Dorn.
Okay, and don't abandon our friends in the middle of combat for family members you haven't seen in years.
I literally ran to go fight the Drider myself, so...
Bullshit.
Never
Bullshit.
He literally did!
Bullshit.
He literally did!
Elrod, roll fucking bluff because that's bullshit.
No, this is meta. He literally did.
He did not fucking roll to fight the fucking Drider himself.
Yeah,
not
he
even
ran-
at a little bit at all.
Watch the VOD. I literally say he's not thinking rationally. He'll go fight the Drider to
He
buy
does.
everyone
He
time.
goes to fight the Drider, he even marks the Drider.
Yeah.
With his-
Willis must be
with his
really
shield.
fucking small.
And then Wallace ran in and intervened. He's not a coward. He's worked on that.
Well, he didn't call you a coward. He said that you
just a
abandoned
little
Good.
man, and you don't matter at all.
Hey, hold on. Dorn, does it have any holes?
in the lid. Yes.
Ooh, let's
See?
put some sand in there.
Oh, wait,
know
why
what?
do you
He
put
wants to
some
kill me.
sand on the little guy?
Why?
This is Elrod. I literally fought that Drider myself. No one else was around at all.
I never
It
said I
didn't- not a
fought
goddamn-
it. You went to go fight it. He didn't
Dorn,
leave.
he has many lightning powers. Maybe he can make mini lightning glass.
Oh no, we're not giving it any more weapons.
Just keep it safe for now, please. And can
He's
I make...
gonna.
Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say he just opens up his duster and puts it in the inside pocket.
I mean, if anyone has the component pouch safe, it's definitely Doran.
Okay, before we move on right now, does anyone else have any other shit we need to know about
I just want to
Beautiful.
point out that Elrod's creepy talking finger is in Dorn's pants right now, and that's awfully strange.
He put it in his jacket.
Whatever. Inside duster pocket, pants pocket, same different.
Oh goodness. No, really no other dark secrets to dig out of the closet.
Are we positive?
Although I do want to also search through the bodies myself. Try to
No
maybe
third
find the decapitated
drawings,
body.
nothing?
Can I do that, Mist?
Yeah. What'd you say, Wallace?
I just want to make sure no one had any third girlfriends we're gonna have to go look for in the end.
Elrod, you're a little more rattled by what you just found, and you just kind of wander through the bodies, not really ever checking for something.
And Wallace, did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Elrod turns, and I'll flavor this into why he failed. He just starts looking around and then immediately stops. You know, how many years have we been on the road currently? Is it 1 year in game by now?
Yeah, it's 9 months at this point.
I've been on the road, hunting down the 6 months. I've given everything to my friends. I apologize I had a single lapse of selfishness in worrying about my goddamn father and my woman.
Holy shit! Fucking Elrod said a bad word.
I don't like to... I don't know how to say that. I'm not acting like I'm a paragon, but I like to think I sacrifice quite a bit. So before calling me a selfish ass, think about that. And then he
Listen.
just storms off.
I didn't say anything about selfishness. All I asked is any third girlfriends that anyone know about.
Oh no, he took it totally personally.
Oh, Taylor is so proud right now. He's got tears in his eyes across the sea. It's like, so beautiful.
And Dorn, to answer your question, nobody knows if this thing breathes air or not. That's why there's just like only a couple holes put into the top of it.
Okay, so after like a minute or so, he's gonna pull the thing out and look at the thing again and see if it's like gasping or acting in any kind of weird way.
So as you pull it out, you see the finger just laying on its metaphorical back, and you kind of give it a slight shake, and it jumps up and starts beating on the glass again.
Okay, note to self: it does breathe.
Sorry.
God, where the hell am I gonna keep this damn thing?
It kind of reminds me of Rick's, doesn't it?
Oh, it was supposed to come across as
wow, don't go there.
It's not as it doesn't have to breathe
Too
because
soon, man.
it was in there
He's
long
not
enough,
dead
and with
yet.
it being a metaphorical bag of holding, it would have killed him in that minute if he was breathing.
I'm sorry, you cut out on me.
I said, I was trying to emphasize that it didn't breathe because if it was in your pocket is like a bag of holding, it would have died if it didn't have any. There's so literally no air; it's a vacuum. It would have killed it if it was breathing.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
either
Okay,
vacuum.
cool.
Serious question though.
Yeah.
Where's Tanat?
And where's the
Do
20
we
orcs
leave
we
him
came
here?
here with?
Yeah, did we leave them all behind? Like,
No,
what happened?
I was just focusing on y'all.
Oh, that's fine.
In fact, the orcs actually coming up behind you guys, piling the bodies up and starting to burn them.
Red or black?
The black ones.
Okay.
They're
Can I make
not
one
even
more
touching
check?
the red bodies.
Can I
So
make
you're
one more
telling-
check to try to find Lotric's body?
Sure.
Rolling
You
up a
tell me we
fucking
could have
10.
just had the orcs carry us up the hill.
You could have, but nobody asked.
God damn it.
Well, it's above a 10.
You continue wondering, and you find yourself drifting farther and farther to the northwest as you're looking for this body.
Drifting farther?
Farther to the northwest. And you don't ever come across an actual decapitated body. You don't know what Lotric is as a character,
Remember, he's wearing black.
but out of character, it's probably safe to assume that they knew what he was and separated the body from the head.
I see. Darn, they have the face heart.
You also
Oh,
don't.
no.
You also don't see any kind of rune blade anywhere.
Oh no, Lotrick the orc.
No, trick the orc. Oh my god, they're gonna use fucking dominate undead on him and make him fight. Oh god.
No. What's the perk of the Death Knight? His soul is in his sword.
Oh yeah.
Fucking rock and roll.
Truth. Huh. Huh. No decapitated body. Oh well.
So you guys set up camp kind of right here on the outskirts of the plains you fought on earlier. Just out of view of this other tower. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Okay.
For the third time.
For real this time.
Yes, for real this time.
It's the rod's finger.